Ruby Rose, deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. It lasts forever. Valentine's Day is here, and you're running out of time. Go now to IHateStevensinger.com to get your periwinkle before it's gone. It's the perfect shade of violet and the perfect shade of blue blended together, and it pops. So don't get flowers that die in a week and end up in the trash. Do better. Give the gift that lasts forever, my brand new periwinkle 24-karat gold dip rose, exclusively at IHateStevensinger.com with free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee, fast and free shipping, in time for Valentine's Day. Order by Friday before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Order exclusively and only at IHateStevensinger.com.
Bergey's Cadillac of Plymouth Meeting is now open. Bergey's has been a trusted name to buy and service a car since 1924, and now they're excited to continue the tradition of service at the new Bergey's Cadillac of Plymouth Meeting on Ridge Pike, right off the Blue Route. Bergey's Cadillac has the area's best selection of new and used Cadillacs with a transparent, friendly, and convenient buying experience. Start your Bergey's experience at BergeysCadillac.com. Bergey's Cadillac, now open in Plymouth Meeting. Bergey's, driven to serve.
Hey, it's Cuz. You're planning the party for the big game? Make it the last party in your boring old kitchen. Colonial Marble and Granite celebrating our birds by saving you green with the lowest price of the season sale, and they're kicking it off with a fully installed countertop for just $14.99 up to 40 square feet, or a $69.99 all-in kitchen, including countertops and cabinetry. Stop by an area showroom or make an appointment for a free in-home consultation. Visit colonialmarble.net today and tell them Cuz sent you.
Hi, I'm Adam Flager. At Flager & Associates, we've specialized in personal injury cases for more than 30 years. A car accident or a slip and fall in icy conditions can change your life. Our clients have peace of mind knowing they have a law firm that handles every aspect of their case so they can concentrate on getting well again. We won't rest until we get top dollar for your case. Call Flager & Associates at 215-953-5200 or visit flagerlaw.com. That's FLAGERLAW.com.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
It looks like your luggage is over 50 pounds. Is there anything you can take out?
Oh, yeah. Let me just toss all these $20 bills.
Great. Let me grab you a trash can.
Stop. Instead of throwing money away, move some clothes into a carry-on. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
Everyone's up to watch the Birds game, but what happens if watching is all you have the energy to do? Hi, this is Dr. Avi Donapel, founder of Iron Mountain Men's Health. Don't sit on the sidelines and snooze. Call us today for a free consultation. Our team of physicians will create a custom program to treat your ED and low T that's safe, affordable, and effective. Fly like an eagle and schedule your free consultation today at ironmountainmenshealth.com. Iron Mountain Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health.
Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports? Well, I know you are, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boost. Yes, check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what prop bet will be boosted on that day. All you have to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FANATIC. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in free bets instantly only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code FANATIC. Must be 21 or older, Pennsylvania only. Bonus issued as free bets. Opt-in required for odds boost. Bet type and amount limits vary. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz? Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Go Cuz. How you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
What a good Monday morning, Philadelphia. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside my good friend, Jamie Lynch. Jamie, what's all going on, man? Good morning.
How does this thing work? I'm new to radio.
Oh, my God, dude. I'm so happy you're here.
Do I have this properly? Am I speaking into it?
Well,
okay?
you're the one that normally breaks the microphone, so, I can't tell if you're doing it properly.
Fast forward to tomorrow morning at roughly 6 o'clock on the dot. Bob Cooney will bitch because I lowered the microphone down on its foundation, kind of.
Hey, look, they weren't here today.
Yeah, so I moved it down.
That's on them.
It might be up. It might be Hunter. I don't know whose it is, but I did move the mic position.
Well, as long as you don't break
All right.
it, which you've done in the past.
Well, it's not my fault.
But hey, yeah, these mics are
awkward.
We'll leave that for a different day when
But
we
good to be
speak with
back.
management. Yeah, it's good to have you back, dude.
Look, I'm fired out of a cannon this morning, so much so that I got buddies telling me to knock off my confidence for this game. It's Super Bowl Monday. This is only the third time in my life I've got to experience this. It's stupid-ass media night, which nobody cares about.
I hate it.
But I'm kind of looking forward to just tuning in for 5 minutes and going, oh, yeah, this is dumb. It's Super Bowl week,
But at
man.
least it's your team, right? Like, you think back some of the legendary moments. Alshon, one of them.
That was
Remember
awesome.
Alshon
That was
absolutely
awesome.
hated
I
being
watched
there.
that yesterday.
He was wearing his sunglasses the whole time. Like, he wanted nothing to do with it.
And the guy's like, well, you got to see Justin Timberlake. And he's like, yeah, Justin Timberlake's a regular human. Puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like me. And I was like, this dude's the best.
And then, of course, Marshawn, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like, all that stuff is great because they don't want to be there. And like you said, we get a little bit of content from it. We'll probably play some of it tomorrow. But this is Monday, the week of the Super Bowl. Super Bowl
It's
57.
live.
And last week went by pretty quickly.
Yeah, it did.
I feel like this week's going to go by slower.
Yes, I'm
and that
with you.
sucks.
Because last week you could mentally kind of shut your brain off and
Yes.
go, all right, this is a week off, put your feet up. All I care about is the health of Avonte Maddox, Lane Johnson, and Landon Dickerson. If I get good news there, football brain's off. Now it's Monday morning, and it's fired back up.
And we're ready to go. Now, let me just say this right away. If you are confused tuning in today, no, this is not a rerun of Wake and Bake Radio with Jamie and I. No, we are in for Anthony the next 4 days. If you missed the announcements last week on our station or on MMR, if you've missed social media or the website, Anthony will be driving to Arizona. We just saw him before.
We'll hear from him regularly.
Yeah, so every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, he will be doing the show Friday from Radio Row. So you will hear Anthony the Friday before the Super Bowl. Trust me, I want to hear him too. As happy as I am that I get to do the show with Jamie, I am bummed out that Anthony's not going to be on really all week long leading up to the Super Bowl.
Man.
Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks, but you will hear from him every 45 of every hour. So 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, and 1:45. He will be checking in from the car with Casey Boy from MMR, Jackie Bam Bam from MMR, and Kyle, their videographer.
I cannot wait to hear how gassy of a car ride this is going to be. Who snores the most?
Well, Anthony,
who's farting the most?
We already know the snoring.
Oh, on the BetParks app, you can go there right now. Casey Boy is minus 400 to have the most gaseous releases per square inch.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an interesting car ride, and that's why I can't wait to talk to him every hour, hear all about it. But, yeah, we will hear from Anthony. So, a little bit different. It's the week of the Super Bowl, but you got Jamie and I, and we're fired up, man. Eagles fans through and through. We don't have to tell you about it. We don't have to remind you that we're Eagles fans through and through.
We suffered through some post-game shows during the dark days of those 5-year period in between the Super Bowl and returning. So, yes.
All right, so let me start off with this. I was going to get to this later on in the show, but I'll start with it. Look, I have the show sheet in front of me, but it's, like a quarterback, you can audible, right? You don't have to actually go with what you thought about starting with.
You a footballsman,
I'm just glad that you brought that up. So, you and I did post game. It was not the Super Bowl year. It was the year following, and we did it for 3 years. And so, 2 years following, because we weren't doing it when they lost to the Saints when Alshon dropped that pass. But the following years, we did post game following the Seahawks loss when Carson got drilled in the back of the head by Jadeveon Clowney.
I saw somebody's theory this weekend on Twitter just saying, like, man, I almost feel bad for Carson because they felt like that concussion really just like derailed his entire career.
Yeah, and then they draft Jalen Hurts
and they used the example of somebody in the 90s. I forget who it was. A pretty decent quarterback for like a 2-3 year window, suffered a pretty big concussion, and then just was never the same again. And they compared it to that. And it did, like, the humanity in me came out, and I was like, yeah.
I'll be honest, dude. I do still feel bad.
I don't.
Because he's not Ben. Like, Ben Simmons
not
is a freaking creep, right?
Yes.
So, like, Ben Simmons, I laugh. Every time I see anything that's Ben Simmons joke-related, I
Promise
laugh.
me we can carve aside 5 to 7 minutes later to laugh at the Brooklyn Nets situation.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't feel bad because he never looked in the mirror and took responsibility and tried to actively change.
That's true.
And then he said, "Get me out of here," like we were the problem.
Right.
So no, I don't feel bad, but for a glimpse of a second, the humanity did come out of me and go, "Oh man, that really does suck." If his career was derailed.
Well, one of the funniest
Jadeveon
tweets
Clowney.
that's been going around is both of Carson Wentz's backup quarterbacks are now in the Super Bowl. Won the Super Bowl, Nick Foles, and now in the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts
Are going to win 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how I feel.
So you brought up the fact that we went through some dark times doing the post-game show. You and I, we've done draft shows together.
Sure.
Jalen Reagor was drafted the day we were on the air together. Like we went through some rough times. So it's great to be back together talking about happiness and good times ahead with the Eagles being in the Super Bowl this Sunday. So let me ask you this, Jamie. I've said this a few times with Anthony. I said it over the weekend with Pat. I'm going to reiterate it to you. Yes, they should be in the Super Bowl because look at how talented this team is. But if you take a step back, right, look at the big picture. How in the hell are they back in the Super Bowl 5 years later? And not, they're a good team 5 years later. They were going to blow up the franchise like 2 years ago.
I mean, you kind of do blow up the franchise when you move on and trade, a guy that you paid to be the franchise quarterback.
Yes.
You're kind of screwed there. If you look at the trade in hindsight, it's an absolute miracle.
Oh my God, I got a first-round pick.
Yeah, what they were able to do with it, and then for some reason the Commanders paid, a pretty handsome booty as well.
Third-round pick, and they were the only team that was in on Carson Wentz. So they were bidding against themselves.
Yeah,
that moronic ownership.
So it's pretty incredible. I mean, look, if you had talked to me about 14 or 15 months ago, I wanted Howie Roseman fired.
Me too.
Now I'm back on the Howie Express,
As everybody should be,
singing the praises of the best GM in football, the only guy to hold a 2-time Executive of the Year award in his office. His offseason this year was so comparable to 2017, where he just had the magic touch.
But better.
And definitely better.
Because
look at who they brought in.
And they're young, right? Like A.J. Brown, Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick legit should be a Defensive Player of the Year, top 2 or 3 player. A.J. Brown just missed first-team All-Pro at wide receiver, the position we've coveted and missed since, a little bit of Alshon we got teased with. And then
very little, yeah.
T.O., was short-lived here. So we haven't had that guy in his prime. And then you look at C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yep.
He leads the league in interceptions.
I was on the air when it happened. And it's funny, Jamie, I did a show the day before that. This is when Anthony was in Italy for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I did the show, and I was like, look, I'm somebody who is a Howie Roseman hater, but I'm going to say right now, I am happy that he is the GM of the Eagles. Can I get 10 people to call in today to say, my name is so-and-so, and I'm happy that Howie Roseman is the GM of the Eagles? I couldn't get to 10.
Wow.
The next day, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, they trade for him. I brought it back up.
He got 10 right away?
I was like, no.
Really?
I still didn't. It was the weirdest thing. Like, there's still this weird anti-Howie thing where a guy should get credit where credit is due, and he has done such a tremendous job.
Phenomenal.
And so when you bring up 2017, yeah, he did hit all the right buttons, but he'll hit all the right buttons now. And you have these guys for 3-4 years. Hopefully they re-up C.J. Gardner-Johnson at some point, or James Bradbury, one of the two.
I hate to bring it up because it has to do with the offseason, but they are facing a huge offseason
yes,
ahead.
They are. Yep.
With a lot of talent, free. But look, this is part of Howie Roseman's brilliance, is being able to project a year or two ahead. And I'm sure we'll get into the Jerry Jones comments at some point,
yes.
Which was idiotic. But they've grown with the cap. Like, the way he finagles the cap and projects ahead to the cap went up $16.6 million next year. That's like the market value of James Bradbury.
Right.
So, like, who knows? They might already have him planned to be locked up here. Maybe it's Javon Hargrave, whatever. But this is why Howie Roseman is the best in the league, and he's not risking it all. He's building a foundation while, developing talent, finding talent in free agency, trade, whatever. All avenues are open for the Eagles when it comes to team building, and it's awesome. I mean, it's probably the best period of Philadelphia sports of my lifetime right now.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, I mean, this is now 3 straight championship appearances from the Union, Phillies, and now Eagles.
Yeah, and the Sixers are contenders.
And I think this is the year they get out of the second round.
I do too. But we can worry about them in a couple
down
of
the
weeks.
road. Right now, we got the Eagles playing in Super Bowl 57 this Sunday. So let's open up the phones at 610-632-0975 with this. Can we just celebrate the Philadelphia Eagles? And I want to celebrate, and I know this is hard for a lot of people to do, but you have to open your eyes and say, damn, Howie Roseman did a good job, and he's part of the reason why they're in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts aside, right? They made that draft pick. There was a lot of pushback by myself included because I thought there was bigger areas of need. They get Jalen Hurts, and look at where they are at now after he takes his leap. But in terms of roster construction, because it has not just been Jalen Hurts, right? He should win MVP, and he's not going to, which is going to suck.
It's good.
But having A.J. Brown.
Keep the disrespect coming.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
But having A.J. Brown alongside a draft pick in Devontae Smith, the offensive line being stellar as always, you bolstered it with guys like Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata, who Howie Roseman drafted. You look at the defensive side of the ball. You finally addressed corners when you got Darius Slay a few years ago, and then James Bradbury. You finally addressed the linebacker position. I know there's
Think about what you just said. Cornerbacks and linebackers,
Yes.
two positions that have historically plagued the Eagles.
Yeah.
Think about that Super Bowl. Tom Brady had like 640 yards of offense because he was carving Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills' asses up.
And Nigel Bradham in the middle.
Now you have Darius Slay and James Bradbury with Avonte Maddox, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and maybe the unsung hero of the year, Marcus Epps.
Yeah, he's been okay.
Who's played really solid football and hasn't screwed up.
Yeah, right, exactly. When you don't hear somebody's name really at all, you're like, oh, wait, that guy actually had a pretty good year.
Yeah, like if you're a safety in the NFL, you're either Palomalu, Dawkins, or Ed Reed, or you suck.
Stink. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're in the middle just doing your job, you hardly get noticed.
He's in the middle, so good for Marcus Epps.
So positions that me and you grew up with, Mark Simonos and Levon Kirklands and all these guys that couldn't play. I mean, no offense to Alex Singleton, but like that's the thing that typically plagued this team.
He was bad.
Now you have good, like TJ Edwards is a gem.
That's another thing. That's another Howie credit. Because he was a free agent going into this year.
Yeah.
And they re-upped him for a one-year deal.
Ed Reed Blankenship was an undrafted free agent that stepped right in and basically made you feel okay about losing C.J. Gardner-Johnson for 4 weeks, 5 weeks.
He was fine.
So Howie had the magic touch this year.
And then in the middle of the season, the one area where they were lacking in strength was interior defensive line. Fletcher Cox was playing like 100% of the snaps at his age. What did they do? Oh, Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh are out in the street.
So think about the Eagles' backup defensive line. It's Robert Quinn, who I know isn't what he was, but he had 18 and a half sacks last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ndamukong Suh / Jordan Davis, Linval Joseph, and Brandon Graham.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of teams would take that as a starting line, let alone a backup.
Depth. They got depth, and that goes back to the Eagles' way of building a roster, and Howie Roseman is from the school of Andy and Joe
Which is
Banner.
all a credit to Andy Reid.
Yeah, it is.
The foundation of the
Eagles. And that's
Eagles.
why he's in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at it, and I'm sure we're going to get into some of the comments from players around the NFL. You're quarterbacking the show today, so it's all your concern.
I got you.
But, like, that's what I don't understand, why the Eagles get kind of, like, disrespected a little bit. Their secret is they're built well on both lines.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of it. Football isn't rocket science.
Yeah, like as great as, look, the 49ers defense is good. Don't get me wrong. But
did you hear Nick Bosa's name once?
No. And once you got past Bosa, yes, the rest of that defense is still good, but you're not like, oh my God.
Guess what? Nick Bosa's good.
3/4 of the line is really, they're going to kill us.
Lane Johnson is great.
Yeah.
Canton, great.
Yes.
And he shut his ass down. Your defensive player of the year came into Philadelphia and got shut down by a guy with a torn abductor in his man muscle.
It is really amazing. That's a guy that deserves everybody's respect.
My
for
respect
the rest of eternity
for him this year has grown. I didn't think it could grow more because he's already been great. But wow,
he's just playing
beast.
through this, and just imagine you try and get out of bed in the morning with that injury.
Oh my God, I
You're
sleep
crying.
funny on my neck, and I'm crying for a
you're
week
like,
and a
oh my
half.
God, my neck!
I can't do anything. I can't turn left.
Oh wait, Andrew, can we switch seats during the show? Because I can't turn my head this way.
I had a couple of those shows. Remember where I couldn't look at the TV because I slept funny? Getting old sucks.
It really is crazy. So I want to just start. Look, it's the beginning of the week of Super Bowl 57. And we're going to get nitty-gritty deep down into the game as the week goes on, as we get closer to the game. But I want to start off this week, today, by just celebrating the Eagles. And I'm not even saying celebrating the history, right? I'm not doing an Andy Reid thing. I'm not doing a Buddy Ryan thing. No, I want to talk about the 2022-23 Eagles, and I want to celebrate them. I want to celebrate Jalen Hurts. There are a lot of people like me who have come to, not come to terms, but have admitted that they were wrong. I thought Jalen Hurts was going to be a nice quarterback who can win you some games. I still thought they were going to win 11 games this year, and I didn't think he was going to take any big leap. But look, he's played like the MVP. I want to celebrate Jalen Hurts. I want to celebrate the free agent acquisitions, the trades, the draft picks, and that means you have to celebrate Howie Roseman as the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles, which I know was hard for a lot of people, but it's Super Bowl week. They're back because of him.
It's unbelievable. It really is. I've been on the wildest ride with Jalen Hurts, from the draft selection to loving it, to being out on him last year, to same thing as you. I was saying, all right, he's a back half of the league starting caliber quarterback.
He'll win you games.
But he's not like one of those top 12, 13 guys. I said it over and over again. Hell, I wanted the Eagles to go get Russell Wilson.
Same here.
Because I thought the roster was good enough to push all in and go get a Super Bowl. And I didn't think you were going to get it from Jalen Hurts. And I said, you can put me in shackles down at City Hall and fire rotten tomatoes at my face if I'm wrong. And Jalen, the offer still stands, man. If you want to let him rip at the Super Bowl parade, have at it. It's unbelievable where he's come from a year ago to now.
Yeah, and look, I still say there are a lot. I knew this would play out this way. No, you didn't. You did not know that it would play out this way.
There was like one or two guys that would call up and say, this is a 13 or 14 win team, and Jalen Hurts is going to be this and that. But it was like, honestly, like maybe 6 people in the Delaware Valley.
Right. For the most part, nobody thought that it was going to go this way. And it has, man. It's just been incredible. So let's celebrate the Eagles today. It's 610-632-0975. You've mentioned the disrespect. So coming up at 10:30, I will play the Brandon Ayuk comments. Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver of the San Francisco 49ers.
Embarrassing, too.
And just like every other player in the league or every other talking head, he said something that's just stupid. And one of the cuts that we'll play is about how the Eagles were exposed. No, Brandon, you got exposed for being an idiot because like you think that this Eagles team's not any good. And I'm sorry. I can't just ignore this stuff anymore. And we'll talk about it more. But I'm glad you texted me yesterday a bunch of ideas. And I'm glad that you said, like, this stuff gets under your skin.
Yeah, it does. I can't deny it.
I can't be the stronger guy and say, don't worry about it. Ignore that stuff. He's not in the Super Bowl. Well, you know what? The Eagles are in the Super Bowl, and he's still disrespecting the team, and it's starting to piss me off.
Well, it's different for me when it's a player in the league that should understand the game that does it.
Right.
When it's Skip Bayless or Nick Wright looking like a creepo on TV,
he does look like a creepo.
You go, all right, I know what they're doing. When it's guys in the league that are just butthurt, it's like, all right, now this is pretty cringeworthy, and this annoys me.
Yeah, and like the guy, there was the anonymous 49ers player that spoke with Mike Silver and said that once the quarterback got hurt, Brock Purdy,
the NFL rigged it so that the Eagles won.
And that player legitimately felt that.
Imagine saying that as a competitor.
And I just want to say this.
Like, what?
Flags or no flags? You take all the flags away, which, by the way, those penalties that were called on them were legit. But you take the flags away, the Eagles they're still winning that game. Like,
which QAnon member was that on the Niners?
That's a very good question.
You know?
But we have a lot for you today. So we'll be hearing from Anthony at 45 mark of every hour, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, and 1:45. He's driving out with Casey Boy from MMR. Jackie Bam Bam's going to be there. Kyle, their videographer, is going to be there. But they're road tripping to Arizona.
I hope Casey puts his feet up on the dash and like paints his toenails.
He might.
A really weird Anthony
And maybe
out.
Anthony will get his toenails painted too.
Yeah, like lean into the weirdness.
But make sure you follow along 97.5thefanatic.com and listen all week as Cuz checks in live from the road. Presented by Hers. It's crunch time. Phillies score bags of Hers. Philly's favorite hometown snack. PhillyGoat.com. Where your Philly pride. And who else, Jamie, is this sponsored to us by?
Of course, the lovely people over at Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in the pocket or the palm of your hand. Download now at betparks.com. and PhillyGoat.com, where your Philly pride.
So you're going to hear them every hour, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, and 1:45. But that's not all we have today. It's Jamie and I until 2 o'clock. Ray Dunn producing the show. We also have some guests. So
I feel like Cocaine Bear, man. Like I'm fired out of a cannon.
Well, yeah, and then you look at the sheet that I have in front of you. There's like 85,000 things for us to hit today.
I'm in a bird's lather, and I'm feeling great.
And that's why. So we're also celebrating because yesterday was the anniversary of the first Super Bowl. Yesterday was 2 days.
Saturday.
Ago. Sorry, yeah. Saturday was the 5-year anniversary of the Eagles winning the
Today's
Super Bowl.
Today's the 6th. Subtract 2. It's the 4th, February 4th.
Thank you. I appreciate that math. So what I want to do this week is celebrate that team because it hasn't been that long. So coming up today at 11:30.
Can you name the guys still on the squad from that team?
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
7 of them.
Wait. Oh, that are still on
this Eagles team that we're on.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
One of them is not on this team, but Trey Burton, who threw the pass to Nick Foles.
He was a pretty big role in that game.
His name will forever be remembered by Eagles fans because he was a member of the Philly Special. He's going to be joining the show today at 11:30. And there was an interesting story in the Inquirer, I believe it's from Matt Breen, where he's dealt with like anxiety since that play, and because like that's a big moment of his life. And when he went to Chicago, they started doing that. They started practicing that play in training camp, and he was like, "Whoa, guys, no.
Yeah.
This is too soon. Like,
it was just a pass,
guys, please." And like, he became like this like big like.
That's weird.
Trey, we're gonna use you. We're gonna use you this year. So it was an interesting story in the Inquirer. But I wanted to talk to Trey Burton. He's a part of one of the biggest moments of Eagles franchise history. People have that play tattooed on their arm.
So, I mean, that is up there. Obviously, the helmet catch is up there, but it's got to be a top 5 Super Bowl memory.
Definitely.
I mean, maybe James Harrison's like 98 yard.
That pick six was crazy.
Pick six.
I know the NFL did a top 100 plays.
That's definitely up there.
And I know it's in the top 100. I'll try to find out what it is in terms of Super Bowl plays. But we'll speak to Trey Burton today at 11:30. 1 o'clock, a legend. An absolute legend in sports. Brent Musburger is going to be joining us.
You are looking live.
And look, Super Bowl week. A lot of gambling.
Oh, yeah.
So can't wait to talk to Brent about that, get his opinions on it. And, of course, the guy's covered the NFL for a long time, so get some of his favorite Super Bowl stories. And, of course, we'll talk about 2017 with him and then this game coming up as well. So we have a lot in store for you today. You can climb in at 610-632-0975. It is a Football Monday. Football Mondays on The Fanatic, presented by Pierce Phelps. Whatever it takes, go to nopaybryant.com. We will play the Brandon Ayuk cuts coming up next at 10:30. And the first you'll hear from Anthony at 10:45. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and we're taking you until 2 o'clock, filling in for the Cuz right here on The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl week. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. We are less than a week away from the Eagles playing for their second Lombardi Trophy in the franchise's history. Today is Super Bowl opening night, the fancy way to say Media Day. We'll hear from Eagles and Chiefs players and coaches tonight in Arizona. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers struggled in the fourth quarter and fell to the New York Knicks last night, 108-97 at the Garden. Joel Embiid finished with 31 points and 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers will try and get revenge for the city of Philadelphia against the New York Islanders tonight at 7 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530 iX Drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWcenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. 97.5 The Fanatic presents Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure. John the Road Again.
John the Road Again? Cousin Casey's John the Road Again?
Cuz is road tripping his way to Arizona with WMMR's Casey Boy getting psyched for the big game. Follow along online at 975thefanatic.com and listen all week as Cuz checks in live from the road across America.
Hashtag it's a Philly thing, my friend. Cousin Casey's John the Road Again.
Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure is sponsored by the BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download now at betparks.com, phillygoat.com. Wear your Philly pride. And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Go Birds!
Hey, it's Cuz. You know, everybody likes free food. Heck, here at The Fanatic, man. We get food from our partners all the time, and we all love it. The vultures come out. But what if I told you there's a way to get free food for your dog or your cat? Pets Plus Natural is the home of free pet food with Paw Points. That's right. With Paw Points, you earn free food and cash back on every purchase. That's why, for over 35 years, Pets Plus is Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. I love these guys. Pets Plus Natural. You can use your paw points for free pet food and cash back on every purchase. And Pets Plus Natural has made it their mission to save as many cats and dogs as possible. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or cat that you buy. It's a dog or cat that you adopt instead. These animals are cared for by veterinarians, given proper nutrition, and of course, lots of love. They're in tip-top shape to join your family. Pets Plus Natural has been locally owned and operated for over 35 years. Locations all over the area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Natural near you. Featuring free delivery in some areas, visit petsplusnatural.com.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. We all have our systems when we bet, from picking the perfect upset to combing through injury reports the night before the game. But there's one thing every bettor should include in their system: the responsible gaming tools available on FanDuel Sportsbook. These tools help keep your play in check and under control. Tools like time limits so you don't unknowingly spend more time on the app than you intended, wager limits to help prevent you from betting more than you should, and you can even take a timeout, which pauses your account for as long as you may need. FanDuel wants every bettor's experience to be about fun and entertainment. So visit FanDuel.com/playwell and make responsible gaming tools a part of your system.
21 plus and present in PA. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's not a stretch at all to say that Stretch Zone has absolutely changed my life. John Kincaid telling you that Stretch Zone can change yours too. You're going to love the pioneers in practitioner-assisted stretching. That's a mouthful. All I know is this. You lay down on a table, you're going to feel better because their certified staff is going to use their patented strap system and proprietary tables that position, stabilize, isolate your muscles, which helps you move better, relieve stiffness and soreness, and improve circulation and range of motion. Professional athletes are always getting professionally stretched before and after they play. And our own Ricky Batalico said his sessions at Stretch Zone were just like his playing days. I will tell you, you need to do this. You're trying to run more. You're trying to ride your bike. You get a New Year's resolution. Well, if you're stiff and sore, you're not going to stick with it. Stretch Zone's going to help you with your golf game. I know I feel a little more limber in the hips. Check out Stretch Zone. Book your free 30-minute stretch session at StretchZone.com. That's StretchZone.com, and tell them John Kincaid said hi.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code IMPACT at checkout. That's harrys.com, code IMPACT. Enjoy!
In all of Overwatch, no character is hated more than Sojourn. Introduced early in the 2022 Overwatch League season, Sojourn wreaked havoc among her opponents and dominated almost every match. When Overwatch 2 came out, players encountered the same issue. Now, after the third attempt to make Sojourn do less damage, players still complain about the state of the hero. After so many tries to balance Sojourn, at what point do player expectations become ridiculous?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Technology lets you access a personal trainer from home, like on this exercise mirror.
Less talking, more squatting.
But to keep your hybrid workforce in shape, you need more than technology.
And kick. And jump.
You need PCs powered by Intel vPro, custom configured by CDW. Hardware-based security and remote management make it easy to protect and monitor PCs from anywhere.
Wait, don't turn me off.
Intel vPro makes secure remote management possible. CDW makes it powerful. Learn more at cdw.com/vpro.
If you run a small business, efficiency has never been more important. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing small business savings. Call now to get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months, with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/28/23. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment taxes and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
It's Big Game Fandemonium Week with 97.5 The Fanatic.
Find us about town as we hook up Philly sports fans with big game gear to throw the best party ever. Birds gear, Fanatic t-shirts, gift cards from Philly Pretzel Factory, party trays, and PJ Willihan's famous wings. Party favors from sporticulture.com and more. Join the Fanatic crew this Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. at Club Risque in South Philly. For details, go to the events page on 975thefanatic.com.
The Eagles are back in the big game, and here's your chance to have the official Super Bowl program delivered direct to your home. Perfect for your Super Bowl party and must-have for Eagles fans and collectors, it's jam-packed with analysis, history, and full-length feature stories. Order yours now at superbowlprogram.us. That's superbowlprogram.us.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
Hey, it's Cuz. You getting ready to move or organize a garage or the attic, remodeling the bathroom? If that sounds like you, let me tell you about the perfect cleanup solution for all these projects and more, the Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient, affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster, what a great product. A 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag, sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local home improvement stores for just $29.99. That's only $29.99. The Bagster, so easy to use. Whatever the cleanup plans are, the garage, the attic remodeling, throwing away violation fans, whatever it is, I'm telling you, the Bagster can take it on. It holds 3,300 pounds of waste. You buy it, you fill it, you schedule your collection, and poof, it's gone. No time limits, completely on demand. Go to thebagster.com to find the store nearest you for all the details. Anthony Gargano telling you, clean it up in 2023 with the Bagster. Dumpster in a bag.
The road to victory is presented by Bergey's Cadillac.
The road to victory for the Birds is a familiar one. While Kansas City is returning to the big game after a one-year absence, the Birds are playing in their first since beating New England in 2017. This year's game will feature the youngest combined age between starting quarterbacks in history. Both signal callers are dealing with injuries and will benefit from the 2-week layoff before the final game.
The road to victory is presented by Bergey's Cadillac. Now open in Plymouth Meeting. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
10:30. 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside Jamie Lynch. 10 o'clock hour brought to us by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows, plus make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com. It is Super Bowl week. We finally made it.
I got a question for you. Can you name one Rihanna song?
Cake, 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 cake.
Is that the name of the song?
Birthday cake. I'm all about the cake, cake. That one, right?
Is that even her? I don't know.
I think so. I don't know. I'm a fan of Rihanna.
Of course.
Maybe I don't really know her work, but cake. Yeah, birthday cake by Rihanna.
There you go. Look at
I'm
you.
all about that cake, cake, cake.
All right, look
it's
at
about
you.
her butt.
That's what. Yeah, that's what.
The kids are saying these days.
That's what they're referred to.
Yeah.
She does have some cake.
So what was the point of that question?
Just to see how out of touch with the old man tuning.
Yeah, I'm really bad.
You would think what, a 27?
29.
29. Wow,
It's the
you're
last
old.
one.
You would think a 29-year-old would be very familiar with Rihanna songs. It's kind of like your wheelhouse generation.
Cake. That's
and I figured since you're actually 62 years old internally, you might not know.
This has been
Rihanna
the
song.
most you've gotten in contact with me this weekend. Like, I actually texted you back.
Yeah.
I called you the other day.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because you texted me and I was driving and I was like, let me just call him back.
Or you could have just waited until you got to your destination and fired off a
but
text.
but you know I would have put my phone on the table somewhere and like 6 days would have gone by. Let's see.
I was like, Tunis is calling. Can't he just text me this?
I have 35 text messages right now.
You're ridiculous.
Anyways, Jamie and I filling in for the Cuz. Anthony will be calling in at 10:45. We'll hear from him every hour as he makes the drive out to Arizona. But your calls as well at 610-632-0975. I want to celebrate. I want to start by celebrating this Eagles team. Howie Roseman, Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, who we didn't even talk about in the first segment, Jamie, which it's crazy. Anthony brings this up often. Andy Reid was a topic daily, back in the day. Doug, kind of, not so much, but Doug was a topic daily.
Do you know
Chip
why?
Kelly, daily.
Do you know why we don't talk about him that much?
Because he doesn't do anything wrong?
Yes. Like, kind of. Think about this. I would take Andy Reid Monday through Sunday morning to start a franchise with, build a culture, all that stuff, build a roster. I would take him game day, I'm taking Sirianni. And I know that sounds hot take-ish, but
it might be.
Dude, game management and how the coaches affect this game is going to be a big part of the story on Sunday. Here's a stat for you. Do you know how many times the Eagles have called a timeout because a play hasn't been relayed in enough time under Nick Sirianni as head coach of the Eagles?
Do you have a number?
It's 0. Oh, wow. They are an efficient coaching staff.
Yes.
From Jonathan Gannon to Shane Steichen to Nick Sirianni, they understand the flow of the game. They understand clock management. They understand when to be aggressive. They understand when to review. Like, they're very well oiled. Forget their X's and O's and all that coaching. But when it comes to a game management aspect, he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean, look, and that's why you go
0 timeouts.
14-3 would have been better had there been no injuries. Right?
Dude, they could have been 16-1.
They could have been. They really
legit could have been.
And so Nick Sirianni deserves a ton of credit, and it is crazy that we don't talk about him that much. And it's like you said, because he doesn't do anything wrong, but he deserves a lot of it, man. Really, the only things that
Do you think Andy Reid's getting out free of mistake on Sunday?
Probably not. He'll probably make one mistake.
There you go. It could be the difference in the game.
It's crazy. Think about it. What have we talked about with Sirianni? And not that we actually believed about it, but like other people were talking about it, so we kind of had to mention it. Pandering T-shirts.
Yeah.
He gets fiery on the sideline.
Yeah,
and some people have a problem with it.
The peacocking thing was very cocky. I loved it as an Eagles fan.
I did too. If he was a different coach, I'd hate that man.
But if I was a Giants fan,
it's like Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Like if he played for the Knicks, I would hate him.
Cursing out the ref. I know I can bleep and be
right,
here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
he's ours, so I love it. Damn it.
Exactly.
But so the Eagles should be celebrating. We want to talk to you guys about that. But also at 610-632-0975, the disrespect continues. And I'm freaking tired of it. And I can't ignore it anymore. I try. But when it's one thing after another, you had Jordan Love the other day disrespecting Julian Love. Sorry,
you even a football guy?
Not the quarterback of the Packers. Julian Love disrespecting Nick Sirianni, saying anybody could have coached this team, which I hate that. It's like Chris Sims saying anybody could have been a quarterback on this team. The system's so good.
Well, you would think somebody coming from Notre Dame would know all about having talent and not being able to win.
Yeah.
So like you have to realize that talent, all the talent in the world doesn't equate to winning.
Yes.
Like you kind of need a lot of things going in your favor, and part of that is coaching.
So that's one team that the Eagles beat in the playoffs. The other, the San Francisco 49ers and Brandon Ayuk. So Brandon Ayuk did a podcast, and there's 2 cuts that we're going to play for you. Let's start off with the Eagles being exposed, Ray.
But like I said, I got the Kansas. I got the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs. They got their hands full. They got their hands full. I don't know fully about that defense. Don't
talk about it.
They talk about them being a good defense. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I think the pass game, this Kansas City pass game will expose what we thought we were going to be able to expose before some unfortunate circumstances happen. So we'll see. But like I said, you got to get lucky to win the Super Bowl, and they just got.
They got lucky.
What was the rest of that, Brandon?
They were about to say they got lucky. And here's the thing.
What were they going to expose?
So, yeah, you unfortunately lost Brock Purdy, and Josh Johnson was your backup quarterback. Did Daniel Jones carve up the Eagles' defense?
No, he stinks.
No. Yeah. And that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He didn't expose.
No. They've outscored their opponents 69-14 in the Super Bowl.
In the
in the playoffs.
In the 17 regular season games. A couple times the defense got carved up. But they won 14 games.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at passing defense in the NFL, the thing that Brandon says they were going to expose.
Yeah.
The Eagles led in passing defense in the postseason. They allowed their opponents to 96 yards a game. Number 1 in the postseason.
Well,
96 yards.
They couldn't throw the ball the entire second half.
Well, yes,
the Niners.
but they were top 3 in the regular season as well.
Right.
With the most quality opponents beaten.
Exactly.
In a division that 3 teams made the playoffs in. Not the trash NFC West, where the best opponent was the reclamation story of Geno Smith.
Yeah,
the Rams falling
comeback
apart.
Player of the year, Geno Smith,
and the
not
Cardinals,
Brandon Graham.
Yeah, and the Cardinals being a mess.
Yes.
So, like, your division sucked. You didn't have the best record in football. You didn't expose anything. The Eagles weren't exposed all year. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Well, don't worry, Jamie. Sometimes record doesn't tell you whether or not you're the best team or not, because here's another Brandon Ayuk cut talking about the 49ers being the best team.
sitting down watching the couch, just watching whether it's whatever these sports shows are, and they just talk about how Philly is the best team,
No, they don't.
the most loaded team in football all year, and it's just like can't say nothing about it. But it's just like no, if you look at if you want to go player for player, offense or defense, I don't think anybody has this.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I did do that. I did do that before the NFC Championship game, and I gave the 49ers nods in certain areas. Like, you may have had arguably the best defensive lineman, even though Hassan Reddick wasn't far off.
But he's going up against a Hall of Famer, so he's negated.
Right. So the Eagles' defensive line as a whole, better than the Niners' defensive line as a whole. Eagles corners better as a whole.
Yeah.
You go to the offensive side of things. I give the Niners ground game, forget injuries. I give the Niners ground game the edge with Christian McCaffrey.
Sure. And you give them linebackers and tight end becomes a good discussion. But
a great discussion.
Outside of that,
But hey, Brandon, in your position, you're a good ball player, but A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith better.
Yeah. And the thing I don't get from a guy like Brandon Ayuk, who's a good player in this league and understands football way more than I do, how do you not see how dominant their lines are and give them proper credit and just go, yeah, that team's nasty. I didn't see our defensive player of the year do anything out there on Sunday because he got shot down by the best tackle in the NFL. And
give credit.
Yeah, to see the strengths of the Eagle is fairly easy. They're built very well in each line.
And Brandon Ayuk looks across the line and sees James Bradbury and Darius Slay and thinks, oh, I'm going to cook these guys all day.
Who are two of the top 5 cornerbacks in the NFL this year.
I don't get it. And I'm freaking tired of disrespect. And I said this to Pat on Saturday, Jamie. Nick Sirianni's very thoughtful when it comes to playing videos and stuff before games, before practices. If I were him, I would pay one of the great content creators that we have in the Philadelphia area. Heck, I'll do it for you. I'll just have to learn how to actually do it. And grab all the clips from players speaking out about the Eagles, national media speaking out about the Eagles, because Brandon Ayuk lied there saying everybody in the national media says
all I
Philly.
heard was that the Giants were the hot team and the Niners were the best defense in football.
Brocky was going to beat the
Brock
Eagles.
Purdy's going to be the first rookie quarterback to lead his team to the Super Bowl.
But if I'm Nick Sirianni, I'm having somebody put together that sort of package to play before the game or at least the weekend of the Super Bowl and be like, this is what people think about you.
Yeah.
Prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's all they keep on doing it too.
And like I said, if it's Nick Wright, that's one thing.
Right.
If it's Brandon Ayuk and Julian Love and guys in the league, what aren't you seeing
Micah
about
Parsons,
this team?
Jalen Hurts, system quarterback.
The Eagles' secret sauce is very clear if you watch them weekly. They're built incredibly well in the lines. And if you're built incredibly well in the lines, more often than not, you're going to win football games.
Exactly. 610-632-0975. We'll speak to Anthony in a couple minutes, but let's go to the phones, talk to Habib in Buffalo. Habib, you're on the Fanatic.
Good morning, guys.
What's up?
Nice.
I expect to hear the Eagles chant no less than 100 times this
My
week.
daughter sings it about once a day right now.
That's good. You know what I learned? I'll tell you this both. Do you know if you sing the alphabet but EAGLES Eagles, it works perfectly till the end of the alphabet? So I don't even do A through Z anymore for Coop. I'm literally just singing the alphabet to the tune of the
Welcome
Eagles.
back, Jamie. I missed you on the morning show, bro.
Oh, thanks, Habib. Appreciate that, buddy.
Is your first day back today?
I'm back at the station in some capacity. Friday mornings and Saturdays, courtesy of Bet Park. So, yeah, I'm honored to fill in this week for Anthony, and it's Super Bowl week, so nowhere else I'd rather be.
I love wearing my Eagles gear in Buffalo, and I just became a dad like Andrew.
Oh, congrats, buddy.
Dude, congrats.
So I got him some Eagles gear, and
it's the best.
We're about to get that. We're gonna come. I want to come to the parade over there.
Nice.
You should.
There's been some whispers of Wednesday. I've also heard some whispers of Thursday, so who knows?
I found a bunch of Eagles beanies, and I bought them all, and I sent it to some of my friends.
That's good work by you.
That's awesome. Habib, enjoy yourself, man, all right? In Buffalo.
Go Birds.
He's leading the charge in Buffalo. Let's go to Gene in Philly. Gene, you're on the Fanatic.
Hello.
Yo, Gene, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. I want to comment on these knuckleheads, always whining and complaining. I never thought I would hear so much whining from other teams other than Dallas, but these 49er fans and these Giants fans, man, they are crybabies. And let me tell you what the problem with these Ayuk and these other guys. This generation here, them young guys, they don't take no responsibility for nothing.
Yep.
Everything had to be their way. You know what I mean? You got your behind handed to you. Take it.
And Gene, let me point something out. Injuries happen in the NFL.
Exactly.
Like, don't give me this whole, oh my God, like if we still had Purdy. First of all, I don't think Brock Purdy's beating the Eagles. But let's not act like injuries don't happen. Like, stop with this woe is me stuff.
And you know something else too? The Eagles had 3 sacks against Purdy, right? Well, against the 49ers, all right? They didn't hardly throw the ball. Now, do you think that they would have wound up with 3 sacks had they dropped back the way they normally do them and throw the ball? They had about 9 or 10 sacks.
Oh, yeah, they would have gotten into him. Yeah, they definitely would have.
Yeah, what are they talking about? And Brock Purdy didn't want no more of that work.
And Kyle Shanahan was trying to block Hassan Reddick. You want to talk about disrespect?
Yeah, that was stupid.
With backup tight ends. Hassan Reddick was a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Exactly. Now, Kyle Shanahan is supposed to be this genius. What genius is going to put a backup tight end on one of the most fiercest pass rusher in the league? Oh, come on.
An idiotic one.
Yeah, Gene, I really don't understand. And you're right. All they do is keep on crying and crying and crying. We appreciate the call, man. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And look, I get it. Like, you're going to be upset when your team loses.
Sure. But do like what normal sports fans do and blame the quarterback and defensive coordinator for playing a sticks defense and not blitzing enough.
Dude,
don't blame
They've outscored the two teams 69-14. Like,
it's very nice.
They've beaten the crap out of these two teams.
Yeah.
But it's some reason the Eagles.
And that's the thing, like, they're physically mauling teams.
Right.
Like, Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson are throwing people around. Landon Dickerson and Kelsey are getting downfield and blowing up linebackers. The 49ers, I'll give them credit. Their linebacking core is ridiculous. And guess what? Did you hear Fred Warner's name much on Sunday
No,
either?
not at all.
That's because the Eagles not only are just really good at everything that they do on the football field, but they're physically dominant and mauling teams out there, too, and that's part of it.
Yeah, and
so much so that Trent Williams was letting Kayvon Wallace get under his skin.
Dude, by the way,
because he got tossed.
He got like I said on the air the next day.
He got ragged.
I was like, and that punk Trent Williams. I was like, but I hope nobody tells him that I said that because
he's a beast.
He'll beat the crap out of me.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And I don't want.
Did you see who the enforcer was that walked over to him? And Ndamukong Suh got right up in his face. It was like, not so fast, big man. I'm still on the field here,
and I'm
too.
afraid of him, too.
Yeah.
I would like his bicep is my head.
If you had to fight one of them, Ndamukong Suh or Trent Williams, like your family's life depended on it, you're in a fight or flight situation.
Trent Williams, because I saw his emotions get the best of him. I can get under his skin.
That's an impossible question to answer, isn't it? Like, which one of those monsters?
Well, Ndamukong Suh's in the city, so I'm just gonna not say him.
That's true. But both of them, if they could do like the mountain in Game of Thrones and probably pop your skull with like their hands.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's not a fun situation to think about.
By the way, we're hoping to hear from Anthony soon.
Cell towers.
Yeah. They're out in somewhere
on the road again.
They're out on the road again. So in case you guys are just tuning in and you missed what was going on last week, Anthony is going to be driving out to Arizona this week. They left right around 9:45, I believe, this morning. It is Anthony, Casey Boy from WMMR, Jackie Bam Bam, and their videographer, Kyle. They're already en route. I wonder if there's a lot of pit stops.
Yeah, I wonder what the roadmap is.
Like, I can't wait to hear all about it. Well, I know they're going to different Philadelphias.
I didn't realize there was that many
Philadelphias. There are a lot of Philadelphias. So they will be doing that, and we'll be checking in with them at 45 of every hour.
Yeah.
Great planning. There are
little cross-streaming communication. Well, lucky for you, Andrew, miscommunication doesn't happen in the radio business.
No,
never.
Especially here.
Did you catch the clip last week of Arian Foster talking about the NFL is rigged?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the podcast he does with Barstool.
We played it. There were the clip that was posted.
Did you see what was just sent to us on Twitter? Probably not, because you're a boomer. Shout out to...
Oh, no, I did see the script. Yeah, I saw the script. Yeah, the Eagles are winning.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. So we don't have to talk about it the rest of the week. The script got leaked on Pro Football Reference. The Eagles win 37-34. So congrats to the Eagles on winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
because the script has been leaked.
I will say this. I do believe the Eagles are winning the Super Bowl. I don't believe they win a game like that.
A shootout?
37-34. And we'll be talking about this all week.
I tend to agree with you a little bit.
I think this is a old school, perfect for me as a boomer.
Yeah.
Run the ball, 3 yards, cloud of dust, control the clock. Don't let Patrick Mahomes have too many opportunities.
I think the running game is going to be huge.
Yeah, and I don't think the Chiefs are really going to stop it that much. You have Chris Jones, who's a beast.
But guess what? Chris Jones was a beast against the Bengals last week, and he's a stud player. I'm not trying to take him down. He's got to go up against the Eagles' offensive line.
He's
not going to wreak havoc like he did last weekend.
And the running game coordinating out of this Eagles coaching staff, it's great. They attack right at some of the best players. We saw it this year with Micah Parsons. We saw it with Bosa last week. They'll go right after him. They're not afraid. So, yeah, the script is out 37-34.
That's pretty cool.
The Eagles are winning. That's on Pro Football Reference, by the way.
It's got the stats and everything. So the Eagles end the year up 17-4, Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, the script is out there.
So the script has been leaked. Hollywood must be pissed.
We'll talk to Anthony at 11 because we got a commercial break coming up here. So we'll talk to Anthony coming up at 11 o'clock. We also want to hear from you, 610-632-0975. Now, Jamie, you touched on something early in the show about your level of confidence, and you told me something before the show about your friends almost not liking your level of confidence. We'll talk about that after we talk to Anthony and check in from the road. We will hear from you and your friends. And I had like the opposite conversation with a buddy of mine yesterday. I'll explain more coming up. 610-632-0975. By the way, today's show is being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. So we'll hear from Anthony from the first time coming up next, and then we'll hear from him 45 every hour. Trey Burton joined the show today at 11:30, and the legend Brent Musburger joins the show at 1 o'clock. 610-632-0975. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas, taking you till 2 o'clock right here in The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
The wait until Sunday. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. We are less than a week away from the Eagles playing for their second Super Bowl title in the franchise's history. The Eagles have landed in Arizona and are getting set for their matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 57. Today is the NFL's Super Bowl opening night, more commonly known as Media Day, where we will hear from Eagles and Chiefs players and coaches this evening. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers struggled in the fourth quarter and fell to the New York Knicks last night, 108-97 at the Garden. Joel Embiid finished with 31 points and 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers will try and get revenge on the city of New York for the city of Philadelphia tonight as they play the New York Islanders at 7 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530 iX Drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWCenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, it's Cuz. You know, everybody likes free food. Heck, here at The Fanatic, man. We get food from our partners all the time, and we all love it. The vultures come out. But what if I told you there's a way to get free food for your dog or your cat? Pets Plus Natural is the home of free pet food with Paw Points. That's right, with Paw Points, you earn free food and cash back on every purchase. That's why, for over 35 years, Pets Plus is Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. I love these guys. Pets Plus Natural. You can use your Paw Points for free pet food and cash back on every purchase. And Pets Plus Natural has made it their mission to save as many cats and dogs as possible. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or cat that you buy. It's a dog or cat that you adopt instead. These animals are cared for by veterinarians, given proper nutrition, and of course, lots of love. They're in tip-top shape to join your family. Pets Plus Natural has been locally owned and operated for over 35 years. Locations all over the area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Natural near you. Featuring free delivery in some areas, visit PetsPlusNatural.com.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. And imagine if your favorite casino came with an undo button. You get that with FanDuel Casino's Play It Again. Get up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. Play your favorite table games and hundreds of slots for real cash. See why FanDuel Casino is the #1 rated online casino app. I love to explore the daily and weekly promotions. I play with live dealers, and if I ever have a question, well, the best-in-class customer support team helps me 24/7. Sign up for FanDuel Casino with promo code Bob today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. That's promo code Bob.
21 plus and present in PA, must not have previously placed any wager on FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel Casino, Betfair Casino, Mohegan Sun Casino, or Stardust Casino. Refund issued as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Hey Philly, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts here. It's crunch time. Winner is right up in your face. What's the right play?
Go for two, Jalen.
What?
Go for two with Window Nation.
Oh, right. It's Harley from Window Nation.
Yeah, Jalen. Right now, get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy and make no payments until 2025.
That's really going long without paying a cent.
It sure is.
But what if I want to go for 6?
Well, then you buy 6 and you get 6 free. There's no limit.
There's no limit to the money you'll save either. With Window Nation's energy-efficient windows.
Expertly installed by our trained professionals.
Just like you've done over 1 million times with 96% perfection.
That's what makes Window Nation the winning team.
So call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free with no payments until 2025.
Go for 2 with Window Nation at 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Right now, Wawa's serving up any 2 Sizzlies for just $5 every day until 11 a.m. Bask in the warmth of breakfast with a delicious sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. And try the new bacon burrito. Or get 2 egg bites with a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel without breaking the bank. Wake up and smell the Sizzlies. 2 for $5. It's a deal worth waking up for. Great morning start at Wawa. Love is in the air for lattes. And at Wawa, the selection is nothing short of, well, a latte. Quality espresso, plus rich flavors like buttery caramel cream, dulce de leche, and vanilla ice cream. All crafted to crave at your nearest Wawa. With dozens of flavors, it'll be a challenge just to find your favorite. Try a hot or iced handcrafted latte today. There's a whole latte to love just around the corner at Wawa.
Celebrate your unique love story with heartfelt gifts from Pandora Jewelry. Make it a Valentine's Day to remember with beautiful pieces that are just as special as your connection. Choose a sparkling symbol that radiates romance or surprise them with personal displays of affection. Treasure every moment together with lovingly crafted jewelry from Pandora. Or show yourself some love with new styles that make every day an occasion. Shop Pandora Jewelry today.
Find the perfect Valentine's Day gifts at the King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, and Oxford Valley Mall Pandora stores.
Hockey's even more exciting with the Bet Rivers Sportsbook app. Score big with same-game parlays where you can combine different bets from the same game, like the money line, check, puck line, check, and player props, check. Plus, with award-winning customer service, you'll never miss a shift. Download the Bet Rivers Sportsbook app on iOS and Android. It's a whole new game.
Must be 21 plus. Available in Pennsylvania only. Void where prohibited. Terms and conditions apply. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about supplemental security income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
It's Big Game Fandemonium Week with 97.5 The Fanatic. Find us about town as we hook up Philly sports fans with big game gear to throw the best party ever. Birds gear, Fanatic t-shirts, gift cards from Philly Pretzel Factory, party trays, and PJ Willihan's famous wings. Party favors from sporterculture.com and more. Join the Fanatic crew this Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. at Club Risque in South Philly. For details, go to the events page on 975thefanatic.com.
Big plans for the big game? Place your order today for a sandwich tray from Manhattan Bagel. From fresh-baked New York-style bagels to authentic deli sandwiches, sure to satisfy even the hungriest fans. Big game sandwich trays available at manhattanbagel.com. You gather, they cater. Manhattan Bagel.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
Hey, it's Cuz. Did you give up on your New Year's resolution already? Don't. You don't have to. You can lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days with NJ Diet. That's guaranteed weight loss. NJ Diet's scientific approach uses your hair, saliva, and blood work to personalize solutions and supplements that will reset your metabolism, where the side effect is weight loss. That NJ Diet uses DNA testing to help you keep the weight off. No shots, no hormones, no surgery, no prepackaged foods. Full supervision every step of the way to make sure you're burning fat and not just losing water. Plus, you'll get the doctor's personal email and phone number. Locations close by: King of Prussia, Cherry Hill, Newark, Delaware, or from your home with live online video consultations. Contractually guaranteed weight loss of 20 to 40 plus pounds. Call 855-5NJ-DIET, 855-5NJ-DIET, or schedule your consult by going to njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com, and lose the weight for good.
The Birds Big Game Plan is brought to you by Stretch Zone. The big game plan for the big game. Go with what got you there. The Birds have arguably the best roster top to bottom, led by Jalen Hurts. Top-end offensive line, offensive playmakers, quality players at all three levels of the defense. The pass rush stands out maybe above all else, as the Birds piled up 70 sacks during the regular season, third most in NFL history. The Birds Big Game Plan is presented by Stretch Zone. Book your free 30-minute stretch session today at stretchzone.com. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
$11 o'clock, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside Jamie Lynch. So this is, of course, on the road again.
On the road again.
I know Casey from down the hall is calling it John the road again. Anthony's anti the word John.
I mostly am too.
Yeah, me too.
But it can be, if you only use it like I might use it twice a year.
Yes.
If you use it infrequently and properly, I don't have a problem with it. But if you overuse it, it's awful.
Yeah, and it could be overused there once in a while.
But like sometimes you go like, that John. Yeah,
that
and
John.
It's just like you can't find your words.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
But you know what? I'm glad that we got him, because here's what we're going to do. Every hour, so it's going to be twice this hour, Anthony. I know that you're listening. 10:45, 11:45, 12:45, 1:45 daily, Monday through Thursday. We'll be checking in with Anthony, who is en route to Arizona. And who is this brought to us by, Jamie?
The lovely people over at Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in the pocket or the palm of your hand. Download it now at betparks.com.
And, of course, also Hers. It's crunch time. Phillies score. Bags of Hers, Philly's favorite hometown snack. So we go to the Comcast Business Hotline. Ant, what's up, man?
What are the looks that Casey and Jackie are giving you right now?
They're the best. Hey, love, listen, we're getting along famously already. It's Cousin Casey's big adventure. Sorry, Jackie and Kyle's getting everything, and we're having some fun already. The mission is to spread brotherly love throughout the country. All right, but that we get a bad rap, right? So the mission is to go do good deeds, show brotherly love, and show that we're all not troglodytes, all right? Like we're not those Visigoths. We're spreading good karma, and we're going to win, all right?
So you guys just chucking Primo hoagies out the window like you're a paper boy in people's driveways?
Exactly.
Yeah, love it.
Yes, take it to town.
You get a Primo. You get a Primo.
Here's the Turkey Diablo for you.
All right, so what's the plan today? Because we're going to talk to you 4 times today, 3 more times today. But like, what's the initial plans? I know you guys are trying to get places by the end of certain days. I'm sure you're probably still stuck on the Schuylkill like I was this morning because that place is a hellhole. But what's the deal today?
Yeah, so today is our big drive day. So today we're going to try to do 13 hours to Springfield, Missouri. Illinois. Springfield, Illinois, which is just outside Philadelphia, right? Yeah. Philadelphia, Illinois. We're going to hit all the Philadelphias.
How many are there?
There's Philadelphia, Illinois. There's Philadelphia, New Mexico.
Yeah, Philadelphia, Missouri.
I had no idea there were so many Philadelphias.
Mississippi, but we can't get there, though.
Yeah, that would be you kind of be out of time for that one.
Yeah. But
And
we're
so-
going to stop in Kansas City. So tomorrow, we're going to be in Kansas City. We may or may not put a Primo hoagie in the ground. At our head.
We're not going to do that.
We will stop and hug people and say, hi, we're Eagle fans. Good luck. Like, we're going to go to truly the opposite. Like George.
It's like a missionary. It's like a Mormon missionary trip.
So I got a question. Casey, you sound like you're not happy about the Primo thing being buried at Arrowhead, but to me, that's spreading joy. It could grow a Primo tree. And then there's more Primos.
No. It's just a little too close to what those morons did with the Rocky statue. I don't want any of that juju. I want nothing but positive vibes this entire trip. So I am anti-burying anything at Arrowhead.
It's a Primo.
So here's the question. Are you going to eat their cursed food?
I think I'm going to eat the Primo. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, all right. How many Primos have been eaten already? I know it's only 11 o'clock.
Yeah, you know me, Judas. I don't eat till like 1 or 2.
Right.
But here's the thing. When you're in Kansas City, they're very well known for a certain food. Are you going to eat their cursed food as you're passing through?
Well, what do you think? Should we do the bar?
It might be bad juju to have some of that delicious barbecue in your belly.
No, but you compliment them, and that's the good vibes. And that's what they're doing. They're spreading brotherly love. It's a Philly thing, Jamie.
Spags left me a 6-pack in his apartment.
Oh, that sucks. Well, is he leaving the key under the mat?
Yeah, so I'm going to stop over there, take a shower, grab a 6-pack.
Dude, do some digging. Maybe there's some.
I'm going to try to root through his drawer.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the game plan's in there somewhere.
Exactly.
He seems like a responsible man, but you never know. He
It's
might
like the
leave
soup
something.
Nazi. He might have his secret recipes in the closet, and you can find them in the armoire.
Exactly. I'm going to walk in. Maria's going to greet me. I'm going to, excuse me, Maria. I just got to go take a look around.
Where's Steve's office, Maria?
Yeah, exactly.
He told me he left something. I have to pick it up for him. All right, listen now. You guys drive.
I'm going to call my boy Nick.
Oh, well, of course you have to. You got to take care of him.
You know, when I talk about Nick Sirianni, guys, Shunas plays Barry White. Yeah. He says I have a love affair with Nick Sirianni.
And did you hear the stat I threw out in the first segment by chance?
No. Tell me.
Do you know how many timeouts the Eagles have called for a play that hasn't been relayed in time under Nick Sirianni and this coaching staff?
What is it?
0.
Wow.
That's amazing.
They have not burned a timeout in 2 years. This is a well-oiled coaching machine.
And, you know, from the beginning, it's one of the things I told Andrew last year, like early part of his first season, that they looked really professional. Like, he looked like he was in charge of everything, and that everything was on time. Remember I was talking about that, Andrew?
Yeah, he was very professional. Going back to training camp and the preseason games. Like, you liked the way he handled the preseason games.
I did. He looked like, listen, he knows what he's doing. He's really, really sharp. Bro, how you feeling, bro? You feeling good?
I'm a little scared at how much I love him.
Stop.
I don't like him, man. I think I love him.
Yeah.
They dominate
No, I
both
hear you.
lines. This offensive line is one of the best we'll ever see in our lifetimes, and that travels. This run game travels. Jalen Hurts is cool as a cucumber. That travels. Like, I like him a lot.
And the D line is so deep. I mean, to me, the game's all going to be on that Eagles defense, right? Like, because the tenor of the game, the tempo, everything else will be about, can the Eagles defense really kind of, get stopped off of Mahomes. If you can pressure Mahomes, he'll make a mistake.
That's how Tampa Bay won.
Yep.
And look, if it's fully healthy, Patrick Mahomes, I probably don't feel as confident.
He's banged up.
Those high ankle sprains are nasty, man. And you saw him plant in the AFC Championship game, and he was wincing. So I don't think he's going to be fully healthy. So that's a factor in this.
Yeah, although I did hear, it's only a problem when you go left and you plant and throw across your body.
Well, let's force him left.
Yeah, make him do that.
Yeah, I kind of heard that he's not as it was not as bad as they originally feared.
Well, where's Jeff Galooly?
Listen, they got a great front, man. It's deep, and that Kansas City O-line it's okay, but that's not the Eagles O-line.
No, not at all. Chris Jones is not going to have a walk in the park this week.
Nah, listen, we saw how Cincinnati's O-line, how banged up they were. I mean, I knew Spags would feast on that team.
Now, Ian, I got to ask you, were you locked in to flag football yesterday?
Apparently the players liked it.
Now, normally, you know me, usually I would watch Pro Bowl. But yesterday, I would not watch the flag. And yesterday, we had at a basketball game, baseball practice, and basketball practice. So I was all.
You were a little busy yesterday.
I was daddy. I was implementing the Cheney matchup zone last night. To Anthony's team.
How'd it go? Did you guys cover?
Well, there's it was practice. It was installed.
Oh, installed.
So,
There's the walkthrough.
When they break into the matchup, they're going to yell Cheney in honor of John.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think they got it too. You would have loved it, bro. I'm whiteboarding it.
You have a whistle?
I'm torturing these kids.
You have a whistle?
Yeah, I got a whistle.
Yeah.
And I blow that whistle constantly.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, stop! And my voice, and I don't stop screaming at them. But I'm worse than the fourth graders.
Well, that's good. You got to teach them while they're young.
You know that, Tunis.
Yeah.
I torture Massimo. I ran a double screen on Sunday so I can get on Saturday, so up top, so I can have Massimo shoot over the double screen and hit a three.
So does everybody in the car know exactly what you're talking about right now?
No, Casey boy knows. Yeah. He's a coach too. He coaches his kids.
Okay,
I
good.
don't know what the hell I'm doing. He's like, I don't know, but who cares? I'm down.
So I got to ask before we let you go. So are you guys doing like pit stop? I know you're driving 13 hours today, but like, do you guys have an agreement? Like, I hate
the roadside whizzes.
I hate driving with my wife, with all due respect to her, because I got to go to the bathroom. If it's me and the boys,
they got to pay more. You know that,
right? You got the big 32-ounce Gatorade bottles in there just in case of emergency.
Jackie's the one who's going to have to go to the bathroom the most.
Okay, so there will be pit stops.
Yeah, I'm
these guys did this before, so they're veterans. They just did it. Casey's big.
That's right. Yeah.
So they're all listen. I'm just a passenger. I'm like a suitcase. They were like they wanted to bring Philly things. So I was like, I'm just like in love. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. Well, we're going to talk.
I got no problem.
We're going to talk to you again in 30 minutes, as long as you're not on any other radio stations, okay?
Who got it, boy?
Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you guys at 11:40.
Safe travels, man.
Yeah, have a safe trip, and we'll talk to you soon. There he is, Anthony El Gargano.
They're gonna have fun
with Casey and Jackie Bam Bam and their videographer Kyle. So that's going to be a crazy car ride. They sound very happy right now.
Oh yeah, well they're riding the high of leaving.
Yeah, this is day 1 of 4.
Once you get into the middle of Pennsylvania or whatever route they're going, yeah, they're gonna start. Reality's gonna set in real quick that they're spending 4 days in a Subaru together.
Let me see. I'm looking up how long the drive is to Glendale. Now they're doing stops, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a little bit different for them. But they're going 13 hours today.
Oof.
It is a 35-hour drive from Bala, where they left, to Glendale, Arizona.
So you probably figure
hours.
45-ish, maybe 42 with the stops they have planned. A little out of the way, you know, all that. It's a lot of driving.
That's a lot of driving. But I think, they'll do it. They'll come together.
They're going to be best friends. You think Jackie Bam Bam's going to be at Massimo's Little League games?
Yes,
and
definitely. Sitting front row.
It's going to be Uncle Jackie Bam Bam by the end of this?
Yes, exactly.
Two new best friends.
So, yeah, it's a little bit different. Totally different than what you're used to, but we'll be hearing from Anthony and company once an hour, this case twice this hour, because he had to take care of some business on the PNS show from down the hall. I'll just say Preston and Steve. I don't know why, John is weird about it, but they're number one. Let's be honest. 610-632-0975 is the number for you to climb in, because you will have Jamie and I the rest of this week except Friday. Friday, Anthony will be doing the show from Radio Row. Let's go to David in Winmore. David, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, just wanted to start saying you guys are doing a great job covering for the Cuz and everybody.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Love the show this morning.
Oh, there's plenty of time to go downhill from here, David.
Yeah, I know, dude. We haven't even made it 90 minutes yet.
You got to start at the top, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to say the one thing that's really, and I got a buddy who's a Niners fan, a 40 Winers fan.
I like that.
They talk about the quarterbacks getting hurt like they tripped on a Lego at home, like they got decimated. It wasn't like an accident.
No, that's the thing. That's what bothers me. If you won 21-20 and they did that without Brock Purdy and Josh Johnson, right? And I'm just sitting there going, all right, man, they could have won if they were healthy. But they got destroyed. The Eagles have outscored their opponents 69-14 in the playoffs. It's been a walk in the park for them.
Yeah, and I mean, like Reddick knocked out Purdy. It's not like he fell. And Sue hit Johnson so hard his soul left his body. His head hit the ground.
He blasted him. Man.
He did hit him hard.
It wasn't like they just like an accident. They talk about it like they were hurt going into the game, or they tripped going onto the field. It's just
right.
Credit to the defense.
And they also talk about the odds were against them. Brock Purdy was their quarterback. He's their third string quarterback. He had been playing for a long time with them, multiple weeks. It had been he played 7 games before the playoffs started. Yeah. So let's not act like all of a sudden Brock Purdy stunk. They got to him early. They got him down because this Eagles pass rush was that good. You couldn't get to Jalen Hurts because the Eagles offensive line is that good. So it just bothers me, man, especially that Brandon Ayuk, who was in that game, is talking like this. Oh, they were exposed. We exposed them.
The numbers you put up, you shouldn't be running your mouth.
No, not at all, man. Listen, we appreciate the kind words and enjoy the game this Sunday. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be an absolute blast. And look, this will be the biggest test. There's no question about it. And I'm saying since week 1, the Chiefs are the best team that the Eagles have faced all season long. The schedule kind of played in their favor, and that's not me taking away from the Eagles. They went 14-3. They beat the teams in front of them. But the Chiefs are by far the biggest test, the test that they will have all year.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, it's the best quarterback in the game.
Yeah.
Anthony is insinuating he might not be as hurt as, the media is portraying or whatever. I don't know. He's probably right because we all know who he talks to. But at the same time, I saw that man wincing after turning on it last week.
Yeah.
After making a throw. And, a lot of people in the medical profession say a high ankle sprain can be worse than an actual ankle break sometimes. So, I don't think he's going to be fully healthy. And I expect this Eagles defensive line that almost set an NFL record for sacks in a year to get after him. And if he doesn't have his normal mobility, I think that's a huge, factor in this game.
You know that this line is going to wreak havoc.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. And even if he was fully healthy, look, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, and he's got the arm angles and arm to throw from wherever and whatever.
But they could probably still make him make a mistake.
And he does that.
He does. I already took a prop from the thrown interception.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I think it's going to happen at some point in the game. He'll turn the ball over because the Eagles defense is that good.
I mean, the defensive line is nasty.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Look, we always do this. We always compare previous quarterback to the current quarterback and coach to the previous coach. We're going to do it with the Super Bowl teams, right? The Fletcher Cox said the other day that the 2017 team was better than this team, right? You look at the two teams, that front in 2017 was very good, and they were able to hide Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby,
barely.
Who we found out the following year weren't good.
Barely were able to hide them.
They were all year. They were good until the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were pretty solid, but then Tom Brady threw 511 yards or something.
Whereas this team, very good defensive front, if not better defensive front, with Darius Slay and James Bradbury.
Yeah, and Avonte Maddox and C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Exactly,
the
with
best
a legit secondary.
I think, And I mean no disrespect to Bobby and Troy and Al Harris and Sheldon and Lito and Michael Lewis and and Doc and all. This is probably, I think, the best secondary unit I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
In an Eagles uniform.
I think so, especially because
It's close.
Especially because Avonte Maddox has become a incredible slot corner.
Yeah,
Not great on the outside.
I think Bobby, Troy, Al Harris, and that group was probably the best.
Up for debate. Yeah,
but I think this one's better. I just do. I mean, Slay and Bradbury are at the top of their game, and then the complement pieces and the other guys.
Well,
it's
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson shows how much you missed Malcolm Jenkins. Right?
Yeah.
Because Malcolm Jenkins, forget the 100% of the snaps, all that kind of stuff. I mean a legit true safety that you could use anywhere.
That's versatile. Yeah, you can bring him down in the box.
And that's what you're doing with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
He can play physical if he has to. He can cover if he has to.
After Malcolm Jenkins goes, you only had Rodney McLeod, who was okay, but he was better with Malcolm Jenkins.
Sure.
And then the Anthony Harris thing last year was a mess. Epps with Anthony Harris wasn't a good marriage, but Epps with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is.
The Eagles were the Eagles players, the way they were talking about Epps last year and last offseason.
They thought he was going to have a big year.
Yeah, you knew they saw something in that. I can call him a kid because I'm washed
you older?
now. Yeah. I don't think there's many 41-year-olds playing in the NFL anymore. And
You beat out Brady. You haven't retired
Did
yet.
you see the stupidity of our country? What? Genius move by somebody to take a mason jar to the beach where Tom Brady was sitting.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
His retirement video. Posted on eBay. 122 bids after a day. $99,000 was the top offer for it. For a mason jar full of sand that Tom Brady allegedly sat on. I hope somebody went down to Brigantine or Ocean City
and then
just jarred it up.
Photoshopped?
Yeah, photoshopped it and posted it, and they're going to make 100 large. But if you're spending $100,000 on that, you got issues, man.
Did you see?
Yeah, there's something wrong. What's up, Ray?
What she said? She made a video. The person that was selling it, that she's
a genius.
Yes, that she was selling it to make up for the gambling losses on him this year. That she was upset when he retired last year, but now she went.
Was it gambling, sports gambling, or was it cryptocurrency that clearly didn't work out for him?
Could have been both with him.
Could have been both for him, and that's why.
Tough year for Tom.
Who would you rather face in a big game? Patrick Mahomes right now in his prime or Brady at any point in his career?
Who would I rather face?
Who do you think the tougher opponent
The tougher
to take
opponent to me is Brady. Mahomes more mobile, but Mahomes.
This is kind of a massive game in his career.
Mahomes makes more mistakes, and that's very little. I'm not saying oh, he's a lock to throw 2 or 3 picks a game.
But he takes more risks than Brady.
But he could, right? Brady, I would say I would rather face Mahomes than Brady.
Isn't that wild?
It is wild. And what's wild is it's Brady and Mahomes within 5 years of each other.
Yeah.
You're playing these two quarterbacks. These Super Bowl wins will be very impressive.
This is huge for Mahomes, real quick, because it's the difference between 1-2 and 2-1 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and that's
right.
a big difference.
That's a big difference. Look, he's still the best quarterback in the league.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm taking him number one if I'm a GM, and you're doing the redraft.
Oh,
He's number one. But this is a big game for his legacy.
Football Mondays on The Fanatic, presented by Pierce Phelps. Whatever it takes, go to nopaybryant.com. Coming up next, very excited for this. We will speak to the man who's a part of a lot of tattoos in the city of Philadelphia. Well, a lot of people got the Philly special, the play design tattooed on their
we're talking
arms.
a dump or something.
No. But a lot of people have the play design of the Philly special tattooed on their bodies somewhere. And the man who threw the pass in the Philly special, Trey Burton, will be joining the show next to talk about the Eagles, of course, in the Super Bowl. But we want to still celebrate the 2017 team because 5 years ago on Saturday, that was the anniversary of Super Bowl 52. So we'll speak with Trey Burton coming up next. 610-632-0975 is the number for you. And we'll hear from Anthony again at 11:45 right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl week. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. We are less than a week away from the Eagles playing for their second Super Bowl title in the franchise's history. Today is Super Bowl opening night, the fancy way to say it's media day. We'll hear from Eagles and Chiefs players and coaches tonight in Arizona. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers struggled in the fourth quarter and fell to New York Knicks 108-97 at the Garden last night. Joel Embiid finished with 31 points and 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers will try
and get revenge on New York City for Philadelphia tonight as they play the Islanders at 7 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by InvisibleFence.com. Invisible Fence brand customers love the training process. A recent reviewer said, the training made me feel like they were training our dog versus just running the playbook. Learn what sets them apart at InvisibleFence.com. Keep it locked right here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. The Birds are heading to the big game, and the John Kincaid Show will be live from Glendale, Arizona, starting this Wednesday, bringing you everything Birds as the journey toward another Lombardi Trophy continues. All of our big game coverage from Arizona is presented by Rally House. Get to Rally House to get all your Eagles gear for the big game. Rally House. It's your city, it's your house.
Also brought to you by Berge Chevrolet, now with 2 locations in Plymouth Meeting and Colmar.
Hi, it's Anthony Gargano for Daniel's Plumbing. Whether you need drain cleaning, new plumbing installations, excavations, or full sewer service, Daniel's Plumbing is the best. The owner, Daniel, is the expert in plumbing in the entire tri-state area. One of the greatest guys. I'm proud to go. I got a guy in plumbing, and his name is Daniel. You're going to love him like I do. And it trickles down to all of his employees at Daniel's Plumbing. They really treat every home as if it were their own. Call Daniel's Plumbing today. No surprises, professional, respectful. Daniel's Plumbing will be your trusted and dependable contractor for residential and commercial service contracts in all of Philadelphia, Montgomery, and Bucks County. They'll arrive on time, a fully equipped truck to handle all your needs. Financing is available 24/7. Daniel's Plumbing, treating every home as if it were their own. Online at daniels-plumbing.com. Call the hotline if you need them, 267-650-3418. That's 267-650-3418. Daniel's Plumbing. Trust Danny.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. We all have our systems when we bet, from picking the perfect upset to combing through injury reports the night before the game. But there's one thing every bettor should include in their system: the responsible gaming tools available on FanDuel Sportsbook. These tools help keep your play in check and under control. Tools like time limits so you don't unknowingly spend more time on the app than you intended, wager limits to help prevent you from betting more than you should, and you can even take a timeout, which pauses your account for as long as you may need. FanDuel wants every bettor's experience to be about fun and entertainment. So visit FanDuel.com/playwell and make responsible gaming tools a part of your system.
21 plus and present in PA. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why do all the other jewelers in America hate me? Maybe it's because I have the best gift ever for Valentine's Day. Meet Periwinkle. It's my newest color of my famous 24-karat gold dip roses. That's right, it's a long-stem American Beauty rose, deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. It lasts forever. Valentine's Day is here, and you're running out of time. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com to get your Periwinkle before it's gone. It's the perfect shade of violet and the perfect shade of blue blended together, and it pops. So don't get flowers that die in a week and end up in the trash. Do better. Give the gift that lasts forever, my brand new Periwinkle 24-karat gold dip rose, exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com, with free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee, fast and free shipping, in time for Valentine's Day. Order by Friday before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Order exclusively and only at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code IMPACT at checkout. That's harrys.com, code IMPACT. Enjoy.
Hi, it's John Kincaid for Landis Block and Concrete. We had a vision, we had a plan, and Landis Block helped us execute it. They've got a beautiful showroom in Souderton, Pennsylvania. We chose the most gorgeous materials, and we have now created our beautiful own jaw-dropping outdoor paradise. You know you want one. You know you've got a plan in your head. Go visit landisbc.com and get some ideas in their beautiful gallery. Then call them. Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
Bergey's Chevrolet has been a trusted name to buy and service a car since 1924, now with 2 Chevy locations in Plymouth Meeting and Colmar, Pennsylvania. Find new roads to the big game and experience Bergey's transparent, friendly, and convenient car buying experience. Browse our great in-stock selection, and if by chance we don't have exactly what you want, Bergey's knowledgeable team can help you order your next Chevy. Start your Bergey's experience at Bergey'sChevrolet.com or Bergey'sChevyPlymouthMeeting.com. Bergey's Chevrolet, driven to serve.
Hey, Philly, think you're pumped up for the big game? At Pumpman Philly, we're pumped up and down. Deep down in the bowels of the city's biggest facilities, that is, where we keep their wastewater systems ready for everything. From clogs to pump failures to flooding from major storms. The Birds are #1 on the gridiron, and Pumpman Philly's #1 in your building's wastewater system, especially when it comes to number 2s. Call 833-559-PUMP. PumpmanPhilly.com. Go Birds!
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for Valentine's Day? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends everything right to your door with free shipping and in discreet packaging. Go to ro.co/Viagra to get generic Viagra for just $4 per dose. Do it by February 8th for 20% off and guaranteed shipping by Valentine's Day. That's ro.co/Viagra.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's TopDogLaw.com.
Wake up and smell the sizzly. 2 for $5. Great mornings start at Wawa.
Hey, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts and Window Nation's Harley. Hey, Harley, you know what really hurts?
What's that, Jalen?
Aside from getting sacked by a 300-pound lineman, it's paying too much for new windows. That's why you should call my team, Window Nation.
Get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy, plus no payments until 2025. That could save you thousands of dollars.
You know what else hurts? High energy bills.
That's why Window Nation windows are energy efficient, installed precisely and tightly to keep the cold weather out and keep warm and comfortable inside. With our expert consultants, you'll make the perfect call for your home.
And do you know what really, really hurts? Running out of time when you could have scored.
Well, buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no payments until 2025. Is for a limited time only.
So call my friends at Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com. Just ask for the Jalen Hurts special at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. The Birds are in the big game, and 97.5 The Fanatic will take you inside the sights and sounds of Arizona all week. Listen this week for exclusive reports from inside the Birds host Adam Kaplan and Jeff Mosher. Presented by PhillyRefunds.com. Business owners, claim your payroll tax refunds up to $26,000 per employee. Go to PhillyRefunds.com and 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
Philly special. Ready?
4th and goal at the 1. Foles running up and down the left. It's a direct snap, and it goes to Clement, who gives it off to Burton, the tight end, who then throws in the end zone. Touchdown! Foles caught the ball on a touchdown pass of the yard by the tight end. What did we just see? Holy smokes, 34 seconds to go. The tight end just threw a touchdown pass to the quarterback.
See, I love that because Kevin Harlan is
the best.
The best, a true professional, and I like that call better than Al's. With all due respect to Al, who clearly
the NBC call sucked.
Who clearly had the Patriots in that game. But like Kevin Harlan is as such a professional as he is, he was still stunned. Like he was not Right, like you hear him say, "What did we just see?" Like he wasn't even ready to really break that down yet.
I don't think I fully comprehended the size of them that Doug and Nick and the whole team put them on the table. Because in that situation, if you don't get it, you're getting roasted and ridiculed forever.
Oh, for sure. It was a fourth down.
It was a massive
near halftime,
point
man.
in the game.
It was huge, and that's why I'm so excited for this. By the way, 11 o'clock hour brought to us by Gold Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. But we're going to head to the Comcast Business Hotline. Comcast Business, every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. And the man that threw the pass in that play, and I don't even know if he knows it, but the amount of people that have the play design tattooed on their arms. I know a popular spot for it is the forearm for a lot of people. That play will forever be popular here in Philadelphia. The man that threw it, tight end Trey Burton. Trey, good morning. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Doing great. We're really excited to talk to you because it's a pretty big week, right? I mean, we'll get your thoughts on the upcoming Super Bowl this Sunday, Super Bowl 57, Eagles and Chiefs, so they're back in it. But I'm sure you've been brought up that play to your attention multiple times because it was such a crazy moment that we just weren't used to. And one of my favorite questions to ask anybody that was involved in that play, when Nick brought it up in the huddle, like, what was your initial reaction? Like, oh my God, we're actually doing this?
You know, it's funny you asked, you're talking about the tattoos. I'll answer that in a second. But I remember the week after I was at a signing, and a dude walked up and asked me to draw it in Sharpie so we could go immediately and get it tattooed after that.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Absolutely wild.
And Trey, there's so many of them, man. The amount of people that tweet us photos anytime we talk about the Philly special.
Oh, and the baby reveals that were done with it.
Oh my God! A buddy of mine was in a wedding, and the wedding party was introduced by doing the Philly special. It's crazy how important it is to people's lives.
I wouldn't expect anything less, man, from Philly fans. They're amazing. But to answer your question, no one really blinked twice about it. Honestly, like I feel like we were kind of low on the play clock. And something happened, and somebody asked like a question, like they didn't know what was going on. And long story short, no one really had much time to really think about it. And I think that's probably the best way it could have went for all of us.
I think when you're in those situations, Trey, and you see it developing, and the most nerve-wracking point was probably when you realized how open Nick actually was. Did your brain just kind of shut off and go into athlete muscle memory mode, or were you consciously thinking like, don't screw this pass up. Don't screw this pass up. He's wide open. He's wide open. What was your mindset when the ball was in your hands?
Yeah, you see, we don't really have much time to think about all that. You know, we all want to criticize and analyze every single play, but everything happens so fast. You know, I got the ball, and I remember I felt like I had the laces, and I looked up, and Nick was wide open, and I just threw it. And that's really as simple as that. There really wasn't much thought. I'm glad there wasn't much thought.
I bet.
I probably would have screwed it up.
Now, so Trey, did you do anything on Saturday? Because Saturday was the 5-year anniversary of the Super Bowl. Did you do anything to remember it, or was it just another day for you?
I didn't do anything like super special for it. I mean, we definitely remembered it. My kids are getting older now, you know, so they're starting to understand and remember it and see that type of stuff. But I'm going to be excited for 10 years. That's really where that the party will come in.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's hope the Eagles have another ring on their hands as they get ready this Sunday. Let's take a look at this game here. The Eagles are built, I think, about as well as any teams I've watched of the Eagles in my lifetime, both on the offensive and defensive lines. Can you tell us a little bit about what Chris Jones and this Kansas City line is facing? I mean, Lane Johnson's playing on a torn abductor, and he just shut down the best defensive player in football, perhaps. How good are these lines, and how much of an impact is it going to have on the outcome Sunday?
Yeah, man, you know, what's really impressive, well, Lane has obviously a lot of things that are impressive, but what's really, really impressive about Lane is every single week, it doesn't matter, playoffs, regular season, preseason, whenever he plays against the best player for the most part on that side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball. So he's going to have to go up against Frank Clark this week. I believe he's the Chiefs defensive end. And I mean, if you see this guy, if you see Frank in person, you're like, damn, where the hell did they make this guy at? Like, he's just like created in a lab, just so athletic and explosive and violent. So Lane's always has his hands full, and it seems like every week he just comes out and does his job, you know, at the highest level possible. But, you know, when you have a guy like Chris Jones, from an offensive, like, schematic standpoint, he's very similar game plan to, like, an Aaron Donald. He's obviously a disruptor, one of the best in the league, a guy that you're going to slide your protection into, so it's not one-on-one It's more, 2-on-1 for the most part. And you just got to always know where he is. You always got to identify where he's at, and the protection, and a lot of the runs are going to be based on where Chris is at, and those types of things.
Trey, I'm curious to know from you, like, when you guys won in 2017, there was a lot of doubt thrown your way, and I understood why. Carson's down, and Darren Sproles is down, Jason Peters is down, and I know Doug Peterson kept on pushing the next man up mentality. But it's not hard for somebody to go, man, look at all these injuries, and they're going up against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. I understand why there's a little disrespect shown your way. This team this year, look, except for a couple of dinged up players like we talked about, Lane Johnson dealing with what he's dealing with, they're relatively healthy going into the Super Bowl, and yet there's still a ton of disrespect shown toward the Eagles, like they're a fraudulent 14-3 NFC champion team. Can you speak to that a little bit about how different it is from this Super Bowl to the last, but why, for some reason, there's always disrespect shown toward the Eagles?
Kansas City's been doing this, the last couple of years. They're always in the AFC Championship. They're always, it seems like Mahomes is always in the MVP race. They probably have one of the best top 2 or 3 tight ends that ever play the game. They have one of the best coaches in the history of the NFL. I understand it, from that standpoint. They've done it. They've been more consistent. But man, can we talk about the job Sirianni has done?
Mm-hmm.
All that crap you guys gave him, man, day one from his press conference and his interviews and that type of stuff. Man, look what he's done for this organization. The trust he's gotten from the fans, from high up, from Jeffrey Lurie down to Howie Roseman and all those guys. I haven't heard one bad thing about him and the staff he's brought in, and they've done such a phenomenal job of turning this, this program or this team around. It's been really fun to watch.
Yeah, it sure has. And both coordinators has absolutely stellar years out of Gannon and Shane Steichen there. Now, one of the things Sirianni's been, preaching to his players, and now as somebody that's been through it 5 years ago, is block out the distractions. Block out the distractions. Tonight's media night. It's a crazy week. You got Rihanna up doing the halftime show, so it's a longer halftime. A lot of things are out of the norm. What advice would you give to a guy on the team that's maybe going through it for the first time about this week leading up to the game? How do you normalize that as best you can?
Yeah, man, it's really weird. And I would imagine the veteran guys and the guys who were in it 5 years ago and the guys that have played before in the past in the Super Bowl are, I would imagine Nick would bring them to the front of the team meeting and just have them talk about their experience and what to expect. And no matter how many times someone tells you what to expect, it's still really hard to do it and to be disciplined once that time comes. There's so much free time. You're in a hotel for an entire week compared to just the night before the game. There's so much more access to family than there would be during the week.
Oh, yeah.
For me, I had my kids and I had family members from Philly there, and so there's just so much more access that people can have, or they can't, depending on your personality and if you wanted to stay in the hotel and just chill there. But it's just a lot of craziness, a lot of noise. But you get most of your practice done the week before. So last week they did the majority of their practicing and their game planning, and then this week it's more of a rehearsal, just running around, making sure guys are sprinting and staying healthy and those types of things. But for a guy that's doing it for the first time, I would just tag along with a veteran, a guy who's done it before, and kind of pick their brain about what are the do's and what are the don'ts, and basically just go off of that.
Now, Trey, before we let you go, and again, we really appreciate you coming on and appreciate being a part of a lot of people's greatest memories when it comes to the Eagles. You do have a couple of former teammates that are still on this squad now, as you mentioned, the veterans that have gone through it. Just kind of touch about the special people, like a guy like Brandon Graham, who has been a face of this organization. And obviously when he was first drafted, there was a lot of Earl Thomas talk and how it should have been him. And there was a lot of disrespect shown toward Brandon Graham in the beginning parts of his career. But now he's an Eagle lifer through and through. And we're so happy that he's come back from the injury last year and had such a great season again. But some of the players that you played with in 2017 and that they're still on here now, how special will it be for them to win a second one?
Yeah, I think it'll be extremely special. I think obviously the first one is the most special for the guys who did it in 2017 or 18. And guys like Brandon Graham, he makes the defense go. I mean, he is the Energizer Bunny. He's the one. I'm sure you've seen the videos.
Oh, they're so funny.
Talking trash. And, bro, that's him, dude. I mean, that's exactly what he does in the locker room. He does that in the lunchroom, in the meal room, in the meeting rooms. That's literally him. He's just nonstop, nonstop go, talk trash. But he's such a special player from, his first 1 or 2 or 3 years, he struggled, man. He really struggled in Philly, and they wanted him out of there. But look at, his mindset, him overcoming the adversity. He knows he didn't play the way he needed to play, but, you couldn't have asked for it. But if I told you now, when Brandon got drafted, if I told you he would be what he is now, you guys would have been like, hell yeah, this is our guy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It takes some time, man. It takes a lot of time for some people to grow into the player they want to be and their body and mentally and to be a professional player. So, you got him, you got Lane. I think you guys have heard of how highly I praise Jason Kelce and just what he brings day in, day out.
Well, he's the mayor of Philadelphia, Trey.
All right, Trey. Now, you might not have any inside information here, but should I feel good about Jason Kelce putting on an Eagles jersey again after this game on Sunday?
I think we just enjoy this game, man. There's so much that goes into it. Just enjoy the game. Bro.
I know. I don't want to see it as Kelce's last game, though, man. He's too damn good.
Just win, baby. That's all that matters. Just win.
Yeah, and speaking of winning, Trey, my last one for you. Travis Kelce, you said he might be top 2 or 3 ever. I think he's the best ever. He's only trailing Jerry Rice in terms of Super Bowl touchdowns. He's an absolute beast. How do you minimize his impact on Sunday?
You talking about Jason or Travis?
No, Travis, his brother. How do you defensively game plan to minimize that?
Good luck. The problem with Kelce and what makes him so special is him and Pat just improvise. Like Kelce might run an over route, and the defensive back might read it and run exactly step for step with them, and then out in the middle of nowhere he'll stop, and then that's when Mahomes throws him the ball, and you're like, damn, we just played the best defense you could possibly play for 95% of the play, and then Kelce just turns around and does something weird, and he's wide open, and Mahomes just throws it to him. So you'll never be able to stop the guy. He's going to be open a lot, often than he's not. But you just got to try to minimize and make him one dimensional. Same with every game. Make him run the ball if that's what you want him to do, or make him throw it. But you got to take the other side away from it.
Yeah, that stuff's great. Listen, Trey, thank you so much for joining us today. Great catching up, and again, man, thanks for everything. Right? I know it was just one play, but it's a special moment for a lot of people. And do you think you see something like that again Sunday, or is that it?
The play? No, who knows what Nick has drawn up his sleeve. Nick is so creative, and he's a whole other level from an offensive mind standpoint. So I would imagine you're going to see something, but it's going to be a fun game regardless.
It's going to be great. Trey, thanks so much, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, much love. Shout out to my family in Philly. John, Bob, Dan, much love to you guys. Talk to you soon.
That's awesome. Go Birds.
There he is. Go Birds. Trey Burton on the Comcast Business Hotline, the man who threw the touchdown pass to Nick Foles in Super Bowl 52. Let's head back to the Comcast Business Hotline. We'll be checking in with this man every hour. Let's see if they're any farther.
Yeah.
It's only been...
Where are you, the Northeast?
It's been 40 minutes, yeah. Are you passing in Chickies and Pete's? Cuz, what's going on, man?
I just passed a sign for Parks Casino.
All right. So you're in the Ben Salem area. Okay.
Yeah, Ben Salem's the center of the sports universe.
Where are we at right now? We're just past Harrisburg.
Oh, okay. You guys are making some good time.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We're making great time. Yeah, 116 and a half miles into our trip so far.
So who's driving right now? You, Casey?
Casey boy. Yeah, I'm driving. We've got another 727 miles to go before we're done for driving for the day.
For today? Oh, my God.
How much caffeine's in that car? You guys packing?
Yeah, we're going to find a Dunkin'. We're going to stop for coffee in a little bit. But we're actually just, I think it's the adrenaline right now.
Yeah.
The beginning of the trip.
Absolutely, yeah.
When you go on a road trip, the beginning of the trip is always adrenaline. All right? And then, probably within about another hour, I'll be sleeping. I'll be sore.
Yeah, I've done, you've done the drive to Florida. We're on 95. All of a sudden, you realize you've been on 95 for like 6 hours, and you're like, wow, this is another 7 hours of this. Or I drove out to Notre Dame a couple years ago. You're on I-80 for just a long time, one stretch of road. So eventually you get tired. Now, we just had...
Years ago, I heard Trey Burton and Philly. But years ago, we did the Jacksonville. Bro, you remember the stories of that.
Yeah.
Colorado and I, Bubba drove, and we did...
you stayed at the Murder Motel, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
They charge like $400 for these bastards, right? This thing if you shined a black light, you imagine, CSI things, like bodily fluids everywhere. Who only knows what it was?
Yeah, hourly rentals.
Oh, it was horrible. It cost $400. And after the Eagles lost, we were pissed off. So we grabbed beers. We went and sat by the pool. This guy comes around and says, "Get out. The pool area is closed." I go, "Yeah, you're right. A drug motel, a drug and hoe motel, and you're going to kick us out of this pool area, which is a cesspool." So my cousin started throwing the chairs in the pool. Oh, my.
Nice. That's a normal way to react.
Don't get in the way of an Eagles fan after a Super Bowl loss, man. That's on that guy.
It was a Super Bowl. And this bastard's telling us he's got this, the water was green. He's telling us we can't go near it. Get the hell out of here.
I'm not getting in front of you and Joey if after an Eagles Super Bowl loss. No way.
You know, bro. You know, bro.
All right, so we just had Trey Burton on, right? And that guy's always going to live in infamy for the one play. And we talked about it last week. Philly special, right? Like that play's always going to happen.
Nick Foles called.
I know. But just I want to go back. Like, I want to get, and in case you're there too, like when that play happened, we played the Kevin Harlan call. And like Harlan is a professional, right? He didn't know how to react. And I'm just trying to like relive, like, how was I during that play? I don't think I did anything specific. I think I just stood up and was in shock that it happened and that it worked.
Yeah, man. The jaw was on the floor. You don't know it. It's still there. Like, what? Like, did they just do that? On fourth down?
On fourth down, right before half.
I mean, Dougie had some monster balls. I mean,
Still does.
When we talk about, he does. I mean, sometimes even when he went for it this past year against Andy on 4th and 7, I'm like, you don't do that.
But if they don't go for 2 in that first playoff game against the Chargers, they probably don't win that game, you know? Like, it's going to bite you, but it pays off, too.
Yeah. No, listen, he had stones, man. He really did. He had steals.
So let me ask you. So Trey Burton, and you guys probably talked about this stuff in the past, but Trey Burton, he's one of those guys that'll never have to buy a drink in Philadelphia again. Who else is on that list of never have to buy a drink in Philadelphia again?
Well, anyone who's on that team.
Yeah, Jason Kelsey can pretty much have a free meal and drink wherever he goes for the rest of his life.
He's the damn mayor.
I mean, Brandon Graham, I don't think is paying for anything. Lane Johnson's not paying for anything.
Aguilar?
He's got a big
he can pay.
Aguilar's got to pay.
He can buy my drink.
Full choice, baby.
Yeah, double, actually. Screw that guy. He did score 8 touchdowns that year, though. He had a big year.
He was really good that year.
He had a big year, Nelly. It's your boy Nelly, Ant.
Well, that's when we started the Institute. And so the Eagles receivers,
the Waldos.
So bad. Yeah. Before they get outside Jeffrey, but Ro and I do the morning show, and we're talking about how they have to go to the Black Forest, the Institute in Germany, to get hand transplants because their hands were like Waldos.
Oh my God!
Now, you know what a Waldo is?
No.
Waldo is, think about another word that ends in a D-O. All right? Like that.
God,
that's what their hands were like.
No fingers, just one giant finger.
Exactly.
One giant finger.
So they were Waldo hands. And they had to get the Waldos removed.
Dorial Green Beckham.
DGB.
Yeah,
King Waldo.
He was
green slime.
Oh, God.
Dorial Green slime.
By the way, our latest check-in is brought to us by the PhillyGoat.com. Wear your Philly pride also, Jamie.
The lovely people over at Bet Parks Casino. Download the app. You got a casino right in the palm of your hand. Download it now at betparks.com.
So what is the Philly gear we're rocking with? Obviously, you guys are all eagled up.
I got my Philly versus all U's.
Solid.
That's nice.
It's not everybody. It's all U's.
I do love the U's.
I'm going all Kelly green today. Tomorrow going midnight green. I've got nothing but green and black and white and gray for this entire week.
Now the important question, Casey, is: are the toenails green?
Yes, they are. Just got them done last night.
Atta guy.
Anthony, are you getting your toenails painted?
And he goes Kelly Green.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let us know if you do.
But
at
Anthony's
some point.
like me.
It's 4 days. You might.
Anthony's
Who
like
knows?
me. He's not anti-pedicure.
You might cave.
Yeah, but I like clear. I go clear on the pedicure.
Ah, okay.
Here is my goal. By the end of this week, we need to figure out what our 14 to 15 leg parlay is going to be.
Oh yeah.
Of prop bets. Player props.
Goddard over receiving yards is one of them.
All right,
because there's going to be a linebacker on Goddard. Goddard will feast in this game.
Kenny G touchdown.
I want to walk away on Sunday night with a $90,000 win on a $1 bet.
That sounds good. Yeah, we'll make that work.
Let's all do that.
That's what's going to happen.
All right. Well, sounds good. So each time, how about we do this? Every time we check in,
we'll check in. We'll
make
one.
another leg because we're doing this 16 times by the end of the week. 14 more. So we have Goddard over. Anthony just gave. So we'll have 15 legs by the end of the trip.
There we go. It's a lock.
I like it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll talk to you in about an hour.
All right.
All right, boys.
Safe travels.
There they are. Anthony.
Yeah, they're right.
Casey.
They're riding the
Jackie,
high.
Bam Bam, and Kyle.
They're riding the high at the beginning of the trip.
Yeah, because they're still in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, reality's going to set in about 3 hours.
You just wait. All right, we got the 12 o'clock hour already coming up, which is crazy. 610-632-0975, the number to climb in. Jamie had a conversation with his buddies. I had a conversation with my friend, very similar, but two different reactions. So we'll talk about that to start the 12 o'clock hour. Still to come, Brett Musburger will join the show at 1. And we got 2 more check-ins with Anthony, all right here, 97.5 The Fanatic. And Jamie, you're going to tell us about where you can bet that parlay.
Absolutely, I am. And that's the Bet Parks. Bet Parks in Ben Salem has the best sports book and app you can get. So get your hands on that, and they've got you covered for the big game, plus pro and college hoops and so much more. Andrew and I are going to be talking about some player props we like during this week. I already threw out my long shot MVP long shot plays on Saturday. I'm taking Hassan Reddick at plus 3,000 for Super Bowl MVP, and I'm taking Kenny G at plus 5,000. Those are going to be my long shot plays. They're fun. You don't have to put a lot of money on it. You get great odds, but the BetParks app is safe, secure, and easy to use. It's the official sports book of the real Philly sports fan and the only sports book and casino app that I recommend. Bet on more than just the score. Bet on player performances. If you don't like it before the game, wait till the game starts. You get a feel for it and hop in live for the in-game betting. You can bet during the game. So join me now, and new users can get up to $750 in sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. Download the app and start playing instantly with the BetParks Sportsbook and Casino app. Must be 21 in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. See betparks.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
The wait until Sunday. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit petsplusnatural.com. We are just 6 days away from the Eagles playing for their second Super Bowl title in the franchise's history. They'll face off against the Chiefs in Super Bowl 57. Today is Super Bowl opening night, the fancy way to say Media Day. We'll hear from Eagles and Chiefs players and coaches tonight in Arizona. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers struggled in the fourth quarter and fell to the New York Knicks 108-97 at the Garden. Joel Embiid finished with a double-double, 31 points, 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers try and get revenge on the city of New York for Philadelphia tonight as they play against the New York Islanders at 7 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530i X-Drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit bmwcenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Guys, this Valentine's Day, give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas. Available exclusively at Pajamagram. Sexy, sultry, naturally nude feels just like her soft skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas are so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. Leave nothing to the imagination with naturally nude pajamas. Order today and Pajamagram will include a free matching naturally nude nightie. That's a $75 saving on a best-selling holiday gift. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. But you need to order today because last year they sold out before Valentine's Day. Yes, ordering today gets you a free $75 nightie. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. That's Pajamagram.com to order naturally nude pajamas. Order now.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 or more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. A CGM can immediately reduce pain. It's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Plus, get free shipping, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. Call now to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Paid for by U.S. Medical Supply.
Call 800-611-6638. That's 800-611-6638. Again, 800-611-6638. That's 800-611-6638.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. The only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge, America's #1 sportsbook. Download FanDuel now and use promo code SCORDO so you can bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from the money line to point spreads. It's all about our own Philadelphia team for that big game. Our own team is favored right now. How about a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown? You know that's happening. And maybe Miles Sanders or A.J. Brown to score first. It's all on a top-rated sportsbook app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Best of all, you get paid your winnings instantly. Join FanDuel today with promo code SCORDO, which is my last name, to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. And make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Sean Kincaid. If you're a business owner with 5 or more employees, listen up. Have you had supply chain problems, struggled getting staff, or are still reeling from the COVID lockdowns? Uncle Sam wants to pay you back because you kept your employees by giving you a payroll tax refund. You can get up to $26,000 per employee, but do it now. Go to PhillyRefunds.com, fill out your contact information, or just give them a call, and they'll walk you through every step of the process. It's real, but time's running out. Go to PhillyRefunds.com. That's PhillyRefunds.com.
Eagle Shows presents the Oaks Gun Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. Don't miss one of the region's largest gun shows with over 1,500 tables. Buy, sell, or trade. From guns, rifles, pistols, and ammo to military surplus, uniforms, medals, and more. The Oaks Gun Show this weekend only at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks. Minutes off Route 422 in Oaks, PA. Friday 1 to 7, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 9 to 4. Tickets are just $15 a day. Or get a 3-day pass for $40. Get yours at the door or visit eagleshows.com.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get the power of doing it right. Detailed project proposals, excellent customer service, and trusted professionals who get the job done on time and on budget. The power of experience. We're kings of the scaffolding and pros with the stucco. We've been there, done that. Get your project started at CertaPro.com and get the power of pro.
CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Home improvement contract registration numbers are available at CertaPro.com.
The only thing better than the big game is big savings at Peruzzi Nissan. We have new models arriving daily, including the 2023 Pathfinder, Rogue, the Ultima, and you name it. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? We got a huge selection in stock you don't want to miss. And, of course, you'll receive more cash for your trade, plus credit never an issue. We'll get you approved in no time. Score huge savings with February offers available now only
at Peruzzi Nissan.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
We all know Philly sports is big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports reports that are powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Hey, it's cause, everybody likes free food. Heck, here at the Fanatic, man, we get food from our partners all the time, and we all love it. The vultures come out. But what if I told you there's a way to get free food for your dog or your cat? Pets Plus Natural is the home of free pet food with Paw Points. That's right, with Paw Points, you earn free food and cash back on every purchase. That's why, for over 35 years, Pets Plus is Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. I love these guys. Pets Plus Natural. You can use your Paw Points for free pet food and cash back on every purchase. And Pets Plus Natural has made it their mission to save as many cats and dogs as possible. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or cat that you buy. It's a dog or cat that you adopt instead. These animals are cared for by veterinarians, given proper nutrition, and of course, lots of love. They're in tip-top shape to join your family. Pets Plus Natural has been locally owned and operated for over 35 years. Locations all over the area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Natural near you. Featuring free delivery in some areas, visit petsplusnatural.com.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
12:05, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew South. Shoot us alongside Jamie Lynch.
Hello.
So Fridays, you're only doing 2 hours.
This Friday, because the guys are on Radio Row, I'm doing tomorrow. So I'll actually be doing 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
All right, so my question for you is, are you going to be conditioned to do the next 2 hours of the show? You haven't done a 4-hour show in a while.
I didn't, but I've probably had about 82 ounces of coffee so far today.
Okay. All right.
So I think I'm prepared.
Okay, because I just want to make sure that you're ready to go. I mean,
I think I'm good.
Like
I'm on an Eagles high, man.
We talk about athletes for a living, and sometimes I feel guilty because I look at myself and I go, wow, my accomplishments was I got a letter saying, hey, do you want to try out for this team?
Yeah.
That's my athletic accomplishment. But I just want to make sure that you're good.
No, I'm like Cocaine Bear right now, man. I'm fired out of a cannon. It's Eagles Super Bowl week.
That's good.
That's all I need.
By the way, today's show, we have a takeover. It's presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. I like pets. Pets are nice.
Pets are great.
I'm a big fan of pets.
Bootsy girl is still humming along, man.
She's
She's almost 15.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
really?
She's doing great.
Good for her.
Yeah.
15 years old. Also, it's a Football Monday. Football Mondays on the Fanatic, presented by Pierce Phelps. Whatever it takes, go to nopayBryant.com. We'll get back to the phones in a second. Climb in at 610-632-0975. But I have a question for you, Jamie.
What?
Well, it's not necessarily a question. It's you and I talked about this morning. But I didn't respond to you because don't do the show before the show, damn it.
Yeah.
So you told me something that I loved and hated at the same time because your friends need to grow up. But you told me that you are like supremely confident about this game.
As confident as you can be going up against the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I
want to do preface it a little bit. I don't think they're going to railroad him or anything.
Right.
It's Patrick Mahomes. The possibility of a loss is obviously there, but I feel really good.
You got the warm and fuzzies that they're going to win.
I feel really good.
I was disrespecting the Giants. That's how much
me too.
I thought the Eagles were going to
I was calling Daniel Jones a virgin on air. The guy sucks. Yeah, so he might be.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I felt really good by the time I was doing pregame show before the Niners.
Yeah.
I had them as a 4 or 5 point win all week. And then Sunday, I looked at Bob and John and I was like, something's growing inside me where I feel like this is going to be a double-digit kind of railroading.
And it sure was.
And it was.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
This one, it's kind of growing a little bit. I liked them right away. When I saw they were dogs on the BetParks app right away before it switched to Eagles, I felt great about it because I thought that was another, kind of message of disrespect to the Birds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of grown over the last 8 days or so. And, yeah, I feel really good.
But here's the thing. So your friends are bothered by it.
So I'm in a group chat with a bunch of New Yorkers and it's my cousin's group of friends who I've become friends with. And there's a couple New Yorkers in there. And they misinterpreted my joke last night at the end of the first quarter of the Knicks Sixers game. I sent the Rodney Dangerfield gif where he's like pulling on his collar, meaning it's a bad joke did the Knicks know the game started yet? So then I got a text back from one of the New Yorkers that the game didn't go well for the Sixers after that moment. And he said, I got a text back at 6:05 in the morning and said, well, you mushed that one pretty good. And I said, you know what? I didn't mush the New York Giants 2 weeks ago when I told you to lay the alternate line at -12.5. It's Super Bowl week. Damn it. I don't care about the Sixers game last night.
Exactly.
So, the smack talk fired up. And I had my own Philadelphia Eagle fan brethren telling me to cool it, that I'm going to mush the game. It's Patrick Mahomes we're facing. Shouldn't be cocky, shouldn't be confident. And I told them to go get a pillow and cry into it at their Patrick Mahomes fat head. And everybody just chill out. My feelings on the game do not affect the actual play on the field on Sunday. Just because I feel good doesn't really mean much. So I basically told them to go cry into their own pillow.
But it's funny.
I had to turn against my own blood.
So obviously, everyone's like, this is the talking point between dudes, right?
Yeah.
Is this Super Bowl, right? This is what we got going on. So I was with my buddy Chris yesterday. He goes, "What are you thinking? What are you thinking?" I was like, "I think they win. I'm not going to sit here and pound my chest, but I feel good about this team. They've been disrespected all year. They've risen to every challenge all year, and they have surpassed everybody's expectations. 2 of their 3 losses were Gardner Minshew. Jalen Hurts has another 2 weeks again to get that shoulder right.
And even their one other loss was a game where they just kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and then there was the
turnovers.
Dallas Goedert face mask and all that kind of stuff. But whatever. And so I said, I feel good. And he was like, all right, dude, thanks. Because
oh, he was down?
But he's like, I need more confidence like that. So I had a different reaction. I, like you, feel good about the game. But at least he's happy to hear confidence and is looking for more, whereas your buddy was like, shh, stop.
If he wants some confidence, I suggest he checks out the Daily Odds Pod on your Apple Podcasts and other podcast platforms brought to you by BetParks, because he'll hear lots of confidence there because nothing's going to remove me from this.
You're more confident on that than you are here?
No, I mean, I'm just extreme. I'm peacocking around this week.
I get 2 Jamies, right?
So
here's Jamie. He's all confident about BetParks, but here you're like, yeah, no, they're going to win.
No, if it wasn't for 5 years ago, I'd be mortified, horrified, and my nerves would be firing on all cylinders. But 5 years ago changed me. And it's not the Negadelphian inside me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have sports PTSD anymore.
Things are good right now.
I'm over it. Yeah. I think the Eagles are over it. I think that's behind them now. I think they're the gold standard in the NFC. Anybody would kill to be in 7 conference championship games in the last 22 years.
Yep.
And Birds win. I feel great about it. And it's Patrick Mahomes. He's human. Tampa Bay Bucks beat him.
Yeah.
And you know how they beat him? They got in his pockets. And I fully expect the Eagles' defensive line to have a great day. I think Jonathan Gannon's going to coach a great game. And I think when you kind of do the positives and negatives of all the intangibles of the game, it's all kind of in the Eagles' favor.
Yeah.
34% of the ticket sales are from PA and New Jersey.
I saw that. It was Orlovsky tweeted that out.
Yeah, compared to 6 or 7% from Kansas and Missouri.
Right.
There's going to be a home field advantage. You're better in the lines. You got great groups of position players. And I think once the game starts, you have a coaching advantage.
We got a
hot take.
We got a big battle, by the way.
What do we got?
Between the Eagles and the Chiefs and Philadelphia and KC.
What do you mean?
We got Michelle Ferreri.
Oh, she's licensed down there.
But no, she's
in New Jersey.
State.
Yeah.
They got Joe Cordell.
Ooh, I'll take Michelle in that cage match.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm Team Michelle, damn it.
He's not a king in his kingdom.
No, damn right. No, it's her kingdom.
It's her
now,
kingdom.
Damn it. So what we're going to do the last 2 hours of the show, I want you to be honest with us. Are you Jamie's friend who's like, I don't want you to exude confidence. Just let the game play out. No, but I want to know from the people. I want the people to be honest with themselves. Or are you like my buddy Chris, who was like,
put your chest out, put it on the line.
I want more confidence, and Jamie and I are going to exude it all week long.
You can't hurt me anymore.
Damn right.
I've seen the Super Bowl. I've seen the Lombardi go down Broad Street. I'm good. I'm going to peacock around a little bit because that's what being a sports fan is. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun.
And it has been fun.
It's
which
been a
is
great
awesome.
time. And the Eagles are really good. And if they lose, it's going to take an incredible effort by the Chiefs, I think.
Yes.
And it's certainly possible, but I'm not going to be scared of Patrick Mahomes this week.
Right.
I'm not going to wet myself. The guy's human.
And to that point, I also we started the show with this, to celebrate this Eagles team. And I know all week long is going to be a celebration. We're talking about Super Bowl 57. The Eagles are in it. But I want to really take a minute today and be like, damn, Howie Roseman really did this. Damn, Jalen Hurts really took that leap to be an MVP-type quarterback. Nick Sirianni defied a lot of odds. You heard Trey Burton kind of take a shot. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I wanted to be like, hey, whoa. I didn't take any shots at Nick Sirianni. I defended it by saying press conferences are stupid and don't matter.
And remember, it was Zoom and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We know people who did take shots at him, but not everybody did. And so, I let that one slide.
I did. I almost hopped in. You saw me. I was like,
I saw, and I was just
all
like,
right, just let it go.
He's not listening to the station, right? Whatever. But look, Nick Sirianni has proved a lot of people wrong, and that's what this team has done. They have proved a lot of people wrong. The quarterback has. The GM has. The head coach. The defensive coordinator. Give him credit, right? He's proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of talented players on this team have proved a lot of people wrong, not just in Philadelphia, but nationally. Because nationally, Brandon Ayuk, we played the cut earlier where the Eagles got exposed. No, the national media gets exposed every single week talking about this team because they're constantly wrong. So I want to sit back and just really celebrate this team as we begin the week to Super Bowl 57 on Sunday. Let's go to the phone, 610-632-0975. And also, are you the fan that doesn't want to be confident because you're scared? Yeah, whatever.
Our buddy Brendan Petrelli just sent me an alternate line. Eagles minus 20.5 plus 900. So he's feeling it. Let's go.
Go for it.
Lay an alternate line out there. Say it with your chest.
Let's go to Mike and Delran. Mike, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
Happy Super Bowl week, brother.
Happy Super Bowl, man. Hey, glad listening to both you guys. I'm your biggest fan. Hey, Jamie, you need new friends, bro.
Seriously.
Mike, this is my own blood, man. My cousin Tim telling me to relax on the confidence.
Tim, peacock around, bud.
Right?
What did we go through, 4.5, 5 months of football to be scared?
Yeah. Say it with your chest a little bit.
That's right. But, you talk. I feel like we've talked to exhaustion about what you can for this game. So I got a question for you, too. And I need your honest answers here, right? Because it's a good one. There's 2 seconds left in the game. Eagles are up by 2. Kansas City's lining up for a 45-yard field goal to win the game. Now, Kansas City misses. The Eagles win the Super Bowl. Kansas City hits. You win a block pool for $30,000. What are you rooting for in that scenario?
Super Bowl.
Oh,
Jamie,
Mike,
I know your answer, bro.
Super Bowl.
You can say it. Nobody's going to question your fanhood.
$30K tax-free?
$30,000 tax-free. A brown paper bag in your lap on Monday.
Super Bowl.
I'm
going to be honest here, Mike. I'm going to take the cash.
Me too. And I wouldn't have said that if we hadn't won it.
Absolutely not.
But then my second question for you.
That has more of an impact on my life than the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Correct.
I'll eventually spend that $30K, whereas the Super Bowl I'll always think about.
Yeah, but if I got a new HVAC system or new roof or a new deck needed, boom.
Andrew, what dollar amount would you change your mind for? Go Birds.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
That's a diabolical question.
Why are we doing this? No, you know what? Scrap that. No, that call didn't happen. Delete it from the podcast. I can't be having that conversation Monday at the Super Bowl week.
What's your number?
$1 million.
$1 million?
Maybe less.
100K cash in a bag?
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. But come on, I can't have that conversation now.
I know, but it's a
Why are we doing Sophie's Choice? No, the amount of Sophie's Choice questions of, would you take one Super Bowl for 10 years of bad sports?
And yes.
Yes, me too.
Yeah,
but I can't, we did that because nobody was winning. Now we're doing it.
We're different now.
Now we're doing it because they won once.
See how good people are feeling?
No, I want more, damn it. More money or more Super Bowls. 30K is not enough. Let's go to Rob and Glen Olden.
Tax-free, though.
Rob, you're on the Fanatic.
Guys, how you doing this afternoon?
What's up, man?
Listen, man, damn straight I'm going to pump my chest. Listen, there's 2 matchups I like, and then I got a fun question for you.
All
right, the matchups, love our wideouts against their secondary, especially with a couple young guys in there. I think, Hurts hasn't needed to throw for 350. Just because we're multi-dimensional.
Yeah, and L'Jarius Sneed, one of their best cover guys, is injured on the injury report. Still TBD if he's even going to be able to play. I think he might be able to, but he's not going to be 100%.
He can get healthy. I don't care. We'll coach him. I don't care. You know what I mean? Listen, and the reverse guy, I love our secondary against their wide receivers. So
And Valdez-Scantling going to miss the game.
yeah. I mean, they're
Or no, I'm sorry. It's McCole Hardman that's going to miss the game.
Yeah.
Scantling's banged up.
Well, they're all banged up. Kadarius Toney's banged up. They're all banged
So's
up.
Juju.
Yeah, I mean, so their biggest threat is going to be Travis Kelce, and then what they do out of the backfield with Pacheco and McKinnon, and obviously Patrick Mahomes makes guys better, like we know that. But yeah, I mean, like you look at the matchups, and if you look, obviously paper doesn't always translate to the actual game, but when you do the on paper matchup, you lean birds.
And what's Tony, a giant reject? The New York Giants reject. They can have him. You know what I mean? Let's go. I mean,
exactly.
And listen, my fun question is, we can't. I listen to this off the air. My score is going to be 41-17 Birds, and they're going to score a late touchdown and make it 17. So that's my score.
Love it. 41-10 late. All right.
41-10 late. Because we're going to do a Tampa.
You certainly are, Peacock and Rob. I love it.
Waves of guys, defensive line, just waves of guys like Tampa did. And he was healthy then. Just put pressure on him and pressure on him. Now, the fun question is, what song do you think they might come out to? Or what song do you want them to come out to? Like it was Meek Mill, 5 years ago.
You can't do Meek again.
I think they've been doing a Little Uzi song, if I'm not mistaken.
Like nobody asked this. I'm like, I know it's kind of like we can actually owe this to death all week.
Just Wanna Rock by Little Uzi apparently is the song of choice down there.
Well, and didn't he walk out with them in the NFC?
He did walk out. Yeah. Well, have you listened to the Kelsey Brother podcast yet?
What about it?
Just in general, like
yes.
Okay, so I listened to my first full episode.
They're great.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And Jason's funny because he's just like kind of this big bear lumberjack, kind of like washed dad. Like he's not concerned with what's cool. He just kind of does him.
Yes.
Whereas Travis is kind of like
flashy,
fashionable, and into the rap music. So they kind of make fun of each other in that regard. And Travis is like, man, I was so proud of you for hitting that Little Uzi dance because the Sanders dance that he did.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, oh, is that what that was?
He was just doing it because
like
Miles
no
was
idea.
doing it, right?
And he goes, I was just following Miles. And then Jason's like, oh, yeah, I think Little Uzi was in the locker room, actually. And Travis is like, yeah, he was, man. He like led you guys on the field.
All right, so what you're saying
he's completely unaware.
I'm the Jason Kelsey of the Fanatic.
Yes.
When it comes to just
maybe not as cool.
No,
but
definitely not as cool.
Definitely as
not
unaware.
as cool as Jason Kelsey at all.
As unaware, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But I was impressed. You knew a Rihanna song. So
yeah, one.
Yeah.
Cake, man.
I couldn't name that many songs, but if I hear them, I know them.
All right, we'll do a
you know
bit
the
later.
Umbrella song.
We'll do a bit later this week. Is it a Rihanna lyric or not?
Yeah.
610. So we will continue
I can't
the
wait
conversation.
to watch her, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
She's a top 3.
Like I know Rihanna. How about that? I don't know the music.
We all know Rihanna.
I know Rihanna. We got Kristen in Boston coming up, who's also very confident in the Eagles. I love that everybody is exuding confidence so far to start the week, which is great because what we've seen, look, you've been doing radio for a while. You know it. A lot of people do the whole they're nervous Monday, Tuesday. They start feeling better Wednesday, and then by Sunday, you hear scores like 41-17, like Rob just said. But we're coming out the gate swinging with those kinds of predictions. So I want to hear from you, 610-632-0975. Our next check-in with Ant will be at 12:45. Brent Musburger at 1 o'clock.
Ooh, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
You know another intangible of this game that nobody's talking about?
What's that?
Bradley Cooper would whoop Paul Rudd's ass in a cage match. We win the celebrity factor,
well,
too.
Yeah, and that stupid Ant-Man is so dumb. Do I have to do it again? Like, I would just squash that little dude like a bug.
Worst character in the Marvel universe.
But dude, I get ripped all the time. Oh, without him, they would not have beaten Thanos. Screw Thanos. Screw Ant-Man.
Because an ant crawled up his ass?
It's
like, what are you talking
stupid.
about here?
I don't want to disrespect. I got an email about that once.
Dude,
you're offending all the MC universe.
The Eagles celebrity fan base.
Oh, we win.
Pretty strong.
Yeah,
they might be able to go up against anybody right now.
Yeah, like what celebrities coming out of Missouri? Oh, the Joe Cordell. 610-632-0975, the number to climb in. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas. We're taking you till 2 right here on The Fanatic.
The big game is finally here. Andrew and I, we're probably going to talk about it a lot this week because there's this thing on Sunday coming up, and our hometown Birds are going to be in the middle of the action, and you can get in on the action with the Bet Park Sportsbook and Casino app that's got you covered for the big game, plus tons to bet on, pro and college hoops, so much more. You can get odds, bets, slots, and games all right there in the palm of your hand. And it's safe, secure, and easy to use. It's the official sports book for the real Philly sports fan and the only sports book and casino app that I recommend. Bet on more than just the score. Bet on player prop performances. I told you I'm taking my long shot. Kenny G, Super Bowl MVP, plus 5,000. That's a hope and a prayer. With live in-game betting, you can take advantage of the action live during the game. So join me now, and new users can get up to $750 in Sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. Download the app and start playing instantly with the BetParx Sportsbook and Casino app. Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. See BetParx.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Super Bowl week. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit petsplusnatural.com. Yes, we are just 6 days away from the Eagles playing for their second Lombardi trophy in the franchise's history. A player from the first Super Bowl winning team joined Andrew and Jamie earlier today. Trey Burton, known mostly for that throw to Nick Foles in the Philly special. You can listen to that interview on 97.5 thefanatic.com. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers struggled in the fourth quarter and fell to the New York Knicks 108-97 at the Garden. Joel Embiid finished with 31 points and 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers will try and get revenge on New York as they play the Islanders tonight at 7 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530i xDrive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWcenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
Is the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. 97.5 The Fanatic presents Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure. John the Road Again.
John the Road Again? Cousin Casey's John the Road Again?
Cuz is road tripping his way to Arizona with WMMR's Casey Boy getting psyched for the big game. Follow along online at 975thefanatic.com and listen all week as Cuz checks in live from the road across America.
Hashtag it's a Philly thing, my friend. Cousin Casey's John the Road Again.
Cousin Casey's Big Game Adventure is sponsored by the BetParx Casino and Sportsbook app. Odds, slots, bets, and games right in your pocket. Download now at betparx.com. Hers. It's crunch time, Philly. Score bags of Hers, Philly's favorite hometown snack. And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Go Birds!
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. Football fans, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge has the perfect way for everyone to get in on the Super Bowl 57 action with a no-sweat same-game parlay. That means everyone gets bonus bets back if your Super Bowl SGP doesn't hit, whether you're new to FanDuel or you already have an account. Same-game parlays let you combine all your favorite bets for a chance at a bigger payday. So build your own or just bet a popular same-game parlay already made for you in America's #1 sportsbook. Obviously, I'm building my same-game parlay around our own Philadelphia team. I love Philadelphia with the spread, a Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown, and how about a Gainwell anytime TD too? Might want to throw that one in. And Miles Sanders to score first? I love it. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up using promo code SCORDO and get bonus bets back if your no-sweat same-game parlay doesn't hit. That's promo code SCORDO. And make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in PA. 3+ legs, minimum $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey Philly, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts here. It's crunch time. Winner is right up in your face. What's the right play?
Go for 2, Jalen.
What?
Go for 2 with Window Nation.
Oh, right. It's Harley from Window Nation.
Yeah, Jalen. Right now, get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy and make no payments until 2025.
That's really going long without paying a cent.
It sure is.
But what if I want to go for 6?
Well, then you buy 6 and you get 6 free. There's no limit.
There's no limit to the money you'll save either with Window Nation's energy-efficient windows.
Expertly installed by our trained professionals.
Just like you've done over 1 million times with 96% perfection.
That's what makes Window Nation the winning team.
So call Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com.
Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free with no payments until 2025.
Go for 2 with Window Nation at 866-90-NATION or windownation.com.
Right now,
Wawa's serving up any 2 Sizzlies for just $5 every day until 11 a.m. Bask in the warmth of breakfast with a delicious sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. And try the new bacon burrito. Or get 2 egg bites with a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel without breaking the bank. Wake up and smell the Sizzlies. 2 for $5. It's a deal worth waking up for. Great morning start at Wawa.
Hey, honey, guess what I got?
Oh, is that lunch I'm smelling?
Warmer.
Did you go to Wawa?
Warmer.
Wait, is it a hoagie?
Warmer.
Is it a meatball hot hoagie from Wawa?
On fire.
Yes! You know I love those. Do you know why hot hoagie season is my favorite?
It's warmer.
Exactly.
Warm up your winter with hot hoagies. Gotta have a Wawa.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. You'll love your results. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, it's John Kincaid. If you're a business owner with 5 or more employees, listen up. Have you had supply chain problems, struggled getting staff, or are still reeling from the COVID lockdowns? Uncle Sam wants to pay you back because you kept your employees by giving you a payroll tax refund. You can get up to $26,000 per employee, but do it now. Go to PhillyRefunds.com, fill out your contact information, or just give them a call, and they'll walk you through every step of the process. It's real, but time's running out. Go to PhillyRefunds.com. That's PhillyRefunds.com.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about Supplemental Security Income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Better sleep can change your life. That's because sleep is a core pillar of health, just like nutrition and exercise. So if you're not getting enough of it, ZQL invites you to take our Better Sleep to Better Health Challenge. Get weekly sleep tips and explore how ZQL, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, can help you. ZQL's Better Sleep to Better Health Challenge. Visit ZQL.com.
Find ZQL at Walmart or Walmart.com and start your journey to better sleep today.
Make Iron Abbey and Horsham your headquarters to catch Sixers game day action. Enjoy $5 Modelo drafts and Corona bottles during every game. Enjoy fresh, local ingredients in every menu item. Visit IronAbbey.com for reservations or takeout orders for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's TopDogLaw.com.
Hey, it's cause, everybody likes free food. Heck, here at The Fanatic, man. We get food from our partners all the time, and we all love it. The vultures come out. But what if I told you there's a way to get free food for your dog or your cat? Pets Plus Natural is the home of free pet food with Paw Points. That's right, with Paw Points, you earn free food and cash back on every purchase. That's why, for over 35 years, Pets Plus is Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. I love these guys. Pets Plus Natural. You can use your Paw Points for free pet food and cash back on every purchase. And Pets Plus Natural has made it their mission to save as many cats and dogs as possible. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or cat that you buy. It's a dog or cat that you adopt instead. These animals are cared for by veterinarians, given proper nutrition, and of course, lots of love. They're in tip-top shape to join your family. Pets Plus Natural has been locally owned and operated for over 35 years. Locations all over the area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Natural near you. Featuring free delivery in some areas, visit PetsPlusNatural.com.
The road to victory is presented by Pets Plus Natural.
The road to victory for the Birds is a familiar one. While Kansas City is returning to the big game after a one-year absence, the Birds are playing in their first since beating New England in 2017. This year's game will feature the youngest combined age between starting quarterbacks in history. Both signal callers are dealing with injuries and will benefit from the 2-week layoff before the final game.
The road to victory is presented by Pets Plus Natural. celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now.
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
Is this Riri?
Oh, yeah.
My girl,
This
Rihanna.
is the Umbrella song. This might be our most...
Rihanna?
Yeah, John Kincaid is very on my case about mispronouncing Rihanna.
I've always thought it was Rihanna.
It's Rihanna. Like, there's like an Anna in there.
Did she tell him that?
She told him that.
Oh, okay.
But that's the proper pronunciation. But look, I can barely pronounce anybody's name properly.
Well, you're from Philadelphia.
So I'm not going to start now.
It makes perfect sense.
Alshon Jeffries had a great game 5 years ago. You know? Kevin Kolb, any day now. He's gonna hit his stride.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to start with Rihanna.
No.
But that's...
we'll work our way there. We'll find out Sunday how it's pronounced when she does the halftime show.
Yeah.
12 o'clock hour presented by Service First Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate when you purchase a complete heating and cooling system from Service First. Learn more at servicefirsthvac.com. Now, earlier in the show, 30 minutes ago, I asked you, are you going to be able to handle 2 more hours of radio? Because you've been doing Fridays 8 to 10, so that's just 2 hours. The podcast is an hour, 2 hour long?
It's like a 25-minute daily podcast.
Yeah, but you do it. Yeah, you do it daily.
Yeah, I wake up at 5 in the morning, knock it out before the girls get up.
And then you do Saturdays for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I asked you, are you conditioned to do 4 hours? And I'm not lying to you, the audience. Jamie literally just complained about getting a Charlie horse during this last commercial break. So my man...
I didn't stretch the hammies before the show.
Right. This guy literally had a Charlie horse middle of commercial break entering hour 3 of the show.
Was it going out, like walking out of the hall?
Nope. No, he was sitting there in his chair. All of a sudden, he's doing this.
I was tucking my chair
what's wrong?
back under the seat, and it just, my hamstring seized up on me, and then you become powerless once you get a Charlie horse.
Jamie, I'm so sorry. I know this must be strenuous for you. Please,
yeah, it is.
Please keep it together.
You know, I'm
tap
washed.
me in if you need me to start
Look,
talking.
I know. It's been.
I've accepted it.
It's been a lot of football, right?
Yeah.
18 weeks. We had the bye, but
who's actually 100% healthy this time of year?
And you know what? We didn't have a bye.
We
still talked about them.
That's true.
So you know what? How about show a little respect to the radio people?
We're the real heroes.
We're
here.
still grinding. You know, when nobody wanted to call in Saturday.
Damn right.
You know, we kept on grinding.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Can't just turn off these mics.
But just hang in there, okay?
All right,
we'll get you some water. We'll get you a banana, and we'll get you taken care of. We'll hear from Anthony in about 10 minutes. Brent Musburger joins the show at 1 o'clock. But let's go to the phones. Let's talk to Kristen in Boston. Kristen, you're on The Fanatic.
Hey, what's up, Tunis? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing all right. But you know what? You asked, how confident are the Eagles fans? Eagles fans are so confident, especially us suffering up here in New England through all the Patriots bullshit of the last 20 years.
Yeah, we just can't curse. That's all, Kristen.
Sorry.
That's
sorry.
okay. You're still on. Just, you know, but I got you.
Got it.
The BS is true. But you won the last
the
one.
Fathers and the BS.
Yes.
Gotcha. So after I went to the Patriots at the Packers game and saw the Packers just chew right through the Patriots, which was fun. And then when the Eagles beat the Packers, I said, you know what? This team's going. They're doing it. So at the end of November, I bought our seats flying out to Arizona.
No way.
I booked our VRBO.
Nice.
And I didn't tell anybody. And when my son said, dude, are we going? I said, yes, boy, we are. And we've both been wearing Eagle stuff all over the place all season long. And he's remarked to me, I can't believe how many people come up to me and just say, go Birds, go Birds, go
That's
Birds.
awesome.
Well, Kristen,
And
funny story about that, real quick.
Yeah.
Apparently somebody from jury duty in Philadelphia today tweeted out that instead of saying present when called upon, jurors are saying go Birds as they're present in the courthouse today.
Amazing.
Absolutely. So I've been wearing my sleigh jersey skiing all year, again, because Patriots fans have been wearing their jersey skiing, not this year, but other years. And everyone, like, I go through, there's a lift guy, go Birds. I'm like, that's right, dude.
Damn
go
right.
Birds.
Well,
Some little kid had the audacity last week to say, San Francisco's better. I'm like, not tomorrow, they're not.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
And not today, they're not.
Yeah, and that did not happen. So I got to ask you, so you bought the tickets when?
November 28th.
What was
I didn't buy the actual game tickets. I bought the airline tickets and did the VRBO.
Okay, so good, because now I'm sure you saved a lot of money doing it that early.
Yes, I did.
Because I'm sure the prices have now, jumped God knows by how much. So very smart. And the fact that you're number one mom. You got, your son's all decked out in the Eagles gear, and you guys are flying out. That's really
now,
cool.
Kristen, if the Eagles weren't playing, would you still be making the trip?
No, I booked the seats with Miles.
Okay.
So I just canceled that, canceled the VRBO.
Okay.
However, the VRBO was 2 weeks' notice. So if they didn't win last week, I would have been out some money.
Yeah.
Because I would have had to cancel on Friday. And I was like, no, I'm going to let it ride.
We ain't
Let it ride.
losing. We ain't losing. That's been the slogan. Well, that's so cool.
14-year-old
Enjoy it.
Absolutely. 14-year-old son, he's going to be going to his second Eagles Super Bowl.
Oh, that's like the sweet spot age,
that
too.
must be nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call, Chris.
A 14-year, like that 14's like when you're peak, like you're fanatical.
Well,
Like,
that was
it
me.
really bites you then.
That was me with the World Series.
Yeah,
I
like
was
12
I was
to
14
15,
going
like-
on 15 in the World Series.
That's when you really like kind of get it.
But he's going to his second Super Bowl.
That kid doesn't realize how good he's got it, man.
No, and like I know I have it good.
Yeah.
Right? Like even though I didn't
Most
see
of my
a
life
championship.
sucked.
Right. I didn't see a championship till I was 14, but I saw NFC championship appearances, a Super Bowl appearance, NBA finals appearance, Stanley Cup finals appearance. Like there was a lot of winning.
There was a lot of bad Phillies baseball in my lifetime, a lot of horrendous Sixers basketball.
Yeah,
we're
talking ourselves into Omar Dahl. at one
Yeah,
point.
like the Eagles had their pockets, and then when Andy Reid got here, it definitely
changed. Yeah.
things changed. But yeah, most of my life sucked, and right now, between the Union, the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles, it's the best time of my sports life. And I was born in 1981, so it's good right now.
Yeah.
And you 14-year-olds that might be experiencing your second Super Bowl, just understand things are really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a 14-year-old, you're going, man, the Flyers need to catch up.
Oh, God.
But they're the only team, right? Because the Sixers, look, you're not worried about second-round eliminations when you're 14.
They
because-
can't hurt me anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've already been so scarred up and wounded by that team. If they lose again in the second round, I'll just go, all right, whatever. This is cursed.
I'll be in a lot of pain.
This is
completely honest.
cursed.
I'll be in a
I'll
lot
probably
of
lose all optimism for the future. But, like, I've most of my life with the Sixers has been horrible.
Yeah, that's true.
Outside of 2001, so what really changes?
All right, so you know that Anthony, who we'll be speaking with in 5 minutes as he's driving out to Arizona, he's a big fan of signs. Good sign.
Oh, yeah, the omens.
And recently we had the Wallaby at Cheese and Pete's in Malvern. You sent me the video. You're like, wait, is this actually happening?
I was like, what is happening out there today?
There was a Wallaby. The Wallaby was born the last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl and just gave birth to a new baby Wallaby.
That's a sign.
And I think the story was they didn't think that she was actually going to give birth at any time, and she did recently. And
is this an immaculate conception?
Maybe. Now, we have an awesome story that I can't wait to hear from Ryan. Ryan, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How are you?
Good. I just want to tell you why I'm so confident for this game. So when the Eagles won the first Super Bowl, my wife was about 7 months pregnant and gave birth to my boy in April.
Awesome.
And
Congrats.
Thank you. And we just found out, so a few years we had a hard time having a baby. We just found out this week she's having our second child.
Beautiful.
She's gonna be pregnant for our second Super Bowl.
That is awesome.
That's a good sign.
I like
and
it.
And, of course, congratulations.
Yes, congrats to you and your wife. I know a little bit about how hard it can be, and that's a huge relief for you guys.
Thank you. The only bad thing is she's a Giants fan.
Ooh.
So, but
well, look, the formula worked last time. The formula worked last time. So I would think, science, it's proven that if you are pregnant, Eagles, Giants together, when the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, it's going to work.
That's it. And she wore green last time, so I'm going to see if she'll wear green this time again.
It's for her kids. She'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're raising your son an Eagles fan?
He's an Eagles fan. I told him he's only allowed to, we try not to say hate in the house. But there's only one thing we're allowed to say we hate, and it's the Cowboys.
Okay. And what do we say? What do we say about the Giants? I love you, Mom, but
right, he can root for them when they're not playing the Eagles, and they haven't been relevant in a while. So,
but it's just to make Mom happy. He's not actually rooting for them. He just wants Mom to be happy.
Exactly, he knows.
Well, Ryan, congratulations, man. That's so cool that here we are 5 years later, and you're getting some beautiful news, which is really cool, and it's good timing.
I appreciate it. And ask Cuz how many times you've been pulled over since you've been driving.
I wonder. We'll set a line on that.
Yeah, I don't know how. Does Casey Boy have the lead foot?
I've heard Jackie Bam Bam does.
I can see that. Yes.
I've heard that.
Anthony's not much of a speeder. I've driven with him a bunch.
But here's the thing: it's a lot of these other areas look for out-of-state cars. So
sure.
You mentioned
I can't sing the praises of Waze enough because it alerts you a little bit.
Where the cops are.
Yeah.
So you mentioned today Trey Thomas, and maybe we'll try to get them all in one day this week.
I'm overdue for a beer with Uncle Trey.
And Trey, I remember, was driving out to the Hall of Fame induction for B-Doc.
Yeah, and I think he packed the wrong suit pants, if I'm not mistaken, for the trip or something.
But he got picked at the exact same spot that I got picked when I drove out to Notre Dame.
Is it right by a state line or something?
The PA and Ohio Turnpike.
Yeah.
The PA Turnpike's 70 miles an hour. The Ohio Turnpike is 70 miles an hour. But there is a weird gap where there's a couple of exits where it drops down to 50.
It's diabolical.
And they pick people that are Jersey or PA plates. They have the helicopters, or the planes. We pulled over.
See, that's not fighting fair.
No, we pulled over to a rest stop, and dude, there were TVs all over the rest stop of while you're driving through Ohio, just be alert that blah blah blah. And it was an over and over PSA.
We're spending that much money to get people for speeding. Come on.
Yeah, you're probably spending more money on the fuel.
Yeah.
And the plane.
That's the most Ohio thing I've ever heard. That's illogical.
And it's 70, right? So
you can't do that where the speed limit changes that drastically.
Right. It dropped 20 miles an hour.
You know, I learned something interesting the other day.
What'd you learn?
The length of a yellow light is reflective of the mile per hour zone it's in.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
So if it's a 55 mile an hour zone, the yellow light is going to be 5.5 seconds.
Yes.
If it's a 25 mile an hour zone,
2.5.
the yellow light's going to be 2.5. Never knew that.
Yeah.
Until I was 41 years old.
Wow. Look, you learn something new every day.
So now a lot of people maybe just learn that too.
Well, that's
Andrew.
good. We're a show of knowledge.
Yeah, we'll give that knowledge to Casey Boy so he's not blowing through any yellow lights.
And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to the Comcast Business Hotline. Our 12:45 check-in brought to us by Hers. It's Crunch Time Philly. Score bags of Hers, Philly's favorite hometown snack. And who else, Jamie?
The wonderful people over at Bet Parks. It's a casino and sports book right in the palm of your hand. It's safe, secure, and the best sports book around and the home of the real Philly sports fan.
All right, let's see if anybody's heads are ripped off yet or if they're still on the high. Ant, what's going on, man? All right, so we're still good.
Yeah.
It's signing cards. All right, so hang on a second. Can you tell me yellow light in a 35? Can you give me, because I only got the tail end of that.
So the yellow light is reflective of the mile per hour zone it's in, meaning if you're in a 55 mile an hour zone, the yellow light's going to be 5.5 seconds. 25 mile an hour zone, 2.5. I just learned that the other day. I thought it was fascinating.
You know what? I never knew that, and I was like, man, that yellow light was really quick.
Yeah, it was probably a 25 zone you were in.
Wow.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing.
See, this is the stuff that you get.
Useless knowledge.
Yeah. Well, no, that's useful.
Yeah, somewhat.
If you're in a hurry, you know that you can, punch it a little bit.
But most people are either a go for it at the yellow light or a stop at the yellow light. I don't know how much math is going to be done.
I'll be honest. I'm a panicker. I stop.
Oh, I'm a go for it.
All right, what about the people in the car? Are you guys a go for it or stopper?
Oh, I'm a goer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only wimp. Listen, I've had enough.
I stopped, Judas.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Me and Casey Boy are the idiots.
I appreciate it. I've got enough tickets in the day.
You're either a shower or a grower, man.
I'm with you, man.
All right, well, that's good to know. All right, so you guys are where now? Last time you were just passing or near Harrisburg. Where are we now?
All right, so I'm looking at the map right now. It looks like we're near Brush Creek, wherever that is. What I can tell you is we're 90 miles away from our exit. We're gonna creep into Wheeling, West Virginia for a hot minute, and then I think we'll be in Ohio for a little bit as well. So, I mean, we're 172 miles into our trip right now.
All right, so let me ask: are you guys constantly in conversation? What people don't know is you guys are calling in once an hour and you're doing the radio stuff. But when you guys hang up, What's it like? I mean, there's a lot of eccentric personalities in that car, so there's like I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. But at some point, is there gonna be quiet time?
Well, at some point, you know me. I won't be able to keep my eyes open.
Yes.
Right? Because you know me, I can fall asleep to drop it down. What the guys don't know is I can say I'm going to sleep, and I will fall asleep and not wake up until we arrive somewhere.
Wait, can you fall asleep like that?
Impact. I've seen it,
yeah.
dude.
Whatever
I
he
have
wants.
seen it.
He wills himself to sleep?
Well, he sleep deprives himself, and then when he needs it, he can just turn it on.
All right, well, hang on. Let's see if we can get him to fall asleep before this call's over.
I would not be surprised. He's got to, I could see him falling asleep in 5 minutes.
So you guys are going to buzz by right by Morgantown, West Virginia. You're in Brush Creek Township, PA, a little southeast of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So, and just to answer your question before, it's been nonstop conversation since we got in the car. So I'm learning lots about Cuz. Cuz is learning lots about Jackie. I drove across the country with Jackie back in September. So, but you know what? I learned new stuff about Jackie last week that I didn't cover back in September. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, for the time being, we're one big happy family getting to know each other. But
yeah, I think we're pretty. The key is we all are laid back personalities.
Yes.
So it's not like, listen, if Kincaid was here, all right, and I love Johnny Decay, but if Johnny Decay was here, he'd be on the roof, like it's vacation. Right? I love John, but John on a long trip, I had to put him up top on the roof.
Okay. I could see that. I could see. You would put him in the suitcase.
Put him in the turtle shell up top.
Right, exactly.
He won't be exposed to the wind. He'll be taken care of.
Yeah, and he'd be all right. But everybody else, nice, relaxed, chill, happy. Bam, happy. Jackie's happy. There's so much to talk about. I mean, there's rock and roll, there's sports, there's movies, there's everything. And I mean, we're not 10 years old. There's a couple of rules.
You guys talking about The Last of Us by chance? You seen that?
We haven't talked about it yet.
Oh, it's good.
Great show.
All right, so we're gonna add another thing for our call to do. So we need to get another piece of our 15-leg parlay.
I got one that's gonna juice some odds a little bit.
Okay, and also every time you're through somewhere, I'm gonna look up if there's anything famous about where you're at. Brush Creek Township has absolutely nothing according to Wikipedia. So you might be in the most.
That's a great idea.
You might be in the most boring town in the United States of America.
You should be a radio personality.
All right, here's my one for the 16-leg parlay we're throwing in. Kenny Gainwell, anytime touchdown scorer.
Dude, I like it. I like it a lot.
Really?
You know why I like it a lot? Because, listen, they are falling in love with Gainwell. They trust him.
The last two games, they've had similar amount of carries, almost reciprocal of one another.
Now, part of it was, remember,
protecting
I think they were trying. Yeah, they were protecting Sanders a little bit.
Yeah, and but he's the third down back, so he's going to get his shots.
I agree. I think it's brilliant, man.
All right, we're in. So we got Goddard over receiving yards and Kenny G touchdown.
Yeah, and I'm going to jot these all down. Our man Hutch, Jamal Hutchinson, made sure that I keep track of these, so I will. Now, Ant, before we let you go,
I am too, and I know Hutch is there. I got Johnny the Cake said he would be on the roof like a Christmas tree.
Yes. So, Ant, obviously a lot of this stuff happened last minute. This trip. So, we booked some things in advance, and unfortunately, you will not be speaking to the legend, Brent Musburger, who we're going to have on next at 1 o'clock. So let me ask you, at some point, I will try.
I love him. Tell him I'm looking live. All right?
Okay, from Brush Creek Township. That's where you're at.
You are looking live at Brush Creek Township.
But is there a question you want me to ask for Brent? Because we will circle back at 1:45.
Yeah, I want his I know you're going to go ahead with the gambling stuff, but he knows the game.
Oh no, I'm going to talk about his favorite Super Bowls that he's covered because he's been a part. He's a legend.
Yeah, and he is remember he covered a lot of Jalen Hurts games.
Yeah.
When he was doing the title games back when Hurts was in college. I'm curious his take on Jalen and the whole Tua thing, and I think you'd be interesting talking about Hurts.
All right.
I love it. There's so much to talk about. Sirianni and the new wave of coaches, Andy Reid, the whole thing. It's so incestuous. It's a great story.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Super Bowl in terms of storylines, but we're going to talk to Brent next. So I'll make sure to bring that stuff up, man. I appreciate it. I'm always looking for some wisdom.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys continue to drive safely. Enjoy the beauty of Brush Creek Township, where the population was 737, according to the 2020 census.
Yeah, this is not part of the line.
No, no, they're on the outskirts. All right, guys, drive safely. We'll talk to you in about an hour.
All right, later, guys.
There they are.
Hey,
That beautiful car ride. 610-632-0975. Brent Musburger joining the show next. Can't wait to talk to him about all things Super Bowl and yes, the gambling portion of it as well. And by the way, if you're looking to place a bet, the only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel in partnership with the Valley Forge, America's #1 sports book. Download FanDuel now and use promo code Fanatic so you can bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from money line to point spreads, and of course, there's all kinds of fun props, not just about the game. Obviously, coin flip is there, national anthem is there. So much to choose from. All that is on a top-rated sportsbook app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Best of all, you can get your winnings instantly. So join FanDuel today with promo code Fanatic to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL. You got to be 21 plus and present in PA. First online, real money wager only. $10 deposit required. Refund issues knowledgeable bonus bets that expire 14 days. Restrictions apply. See full terms. That's FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
6 days until the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. We are less than a week away from the Eagles playing the Chiefs in Super Bowl 57. One of the heroes from the Eagles' first Super Bowl title, Trey Burton, joined the show earlier today to discuss the Philly special and what he sees in this Eagles team. You can catch that interview at 97.5thefanatic.com. The Sixers lost last night, falling apart in the fourth quarter against the Knicks, 108-97 at the Garden. Joel Embiid finished with a double-double. The Flyers play tonight right here on 97.5 The Fanatic as they take on the Islanders at 7 o'clock. This update is also brought to you by Wawa. Wake up and smell the sizzly. 2 for $5. Great morning start at Wawa. Keep it locked right here for the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, it's me, Steven Singer. Yeah, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why do all the other Georges in America hate me? Maybe it's because I have the best gift ever for Valentine's Day. Meet Periwinkle. It's my newest color of my famous 24-karat gold dip roses. That's right, it's a long-stem American Beauty rose, deeply and lavishly dipped in pure 24-karat gold. It lasts forever. Valentine's Day is here, and you're running out of time. Go now to IHateStevenSinger.com to get your Periwinkle before it's gone. It's the perfect shade of violet and the perfect shade of blue blended together, and it pops. So don't get flowers that die in a week and end up in the trash. Do better. Give the gift that lasts forever, my brand new Periwinkle 24-karat gold dip rose, exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com with free personalized love note, free lifetime guarantee, fast and free shipping, in time for Valentine's Day. Order by Friday before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Order exclusively and only at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Well, folks, it's the new year, and that means it's time for all of us to take stock of our goals for 2023 and beyond. And this time next year, guess what? Well, you could be a graduate of CSB Media Arts Center and one step closer into your dream career in the broadcast media industry. Hey, it's Connor Thomas, and I'm a very proud CSB graduate, and CSB is molding a new generation of professionals that are shaping the future of the broadcast media industry. Do you want to do what I do? Well, you could be next. CSB offers hands-on, learn-by-doing training, podcasting, engineering, audio and video production, radio, television, sports, and more. And it's in months, not years. CSP's training, well, it gave me the skills that helped me land right here at the Fanatic. And they can do the absolute same for you. Listen, college isn't for everyone, and certainly neither is student loan debt. There's no lecture halls here, just studios. So this year, make the New Year's resolution that I did back in 2019. Invest in yourself and your future. It was the best decision I ever made. Schedule your tour at GoCSB.com. CSB Media Arts Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. CSB Media Arts Center is approved for veterans training. GoCSB.com.
Guys, this Valentine's Day, give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all. With soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas. Available exclusively at Pajamagram. Sexy, sultry, naturally nude feels just like her soft skin. Even more alluring than lingerie, the texture and touch of these pajamas are so seductive that you'll both love the feel of them. Leave nothing to the imagination with naturally nude pajamas. Order today and Pajamagram will include a free matching naturally nude nightie. That's a $75 saving on a best-selling holiday gift. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. Best of all, Pajamagram does the wrapping for you with free gift packaging. But you need to order today because last year they sold out before Valentine's Day. Yes, ordering today gets you a free $75 nightie. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. That's Pajamagram.com to order naturally nude pajamas. Order now.
In all of Overwatch, no character is hated more than Sojourn. Introduced early in the 2022 Overwatch League season, Sojourn wreaked havoc among her opponents and dominated almost every match. When Overwatch 2 came out, players encountered the same issue. Now, after the third attempt to make Sojourn do less damage, players still complain about the state of the hero. After so many tries to balance Sojourn, at what point do player expectations become ridiculous?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed, and a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund ×2, twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
Make your big game party perfect. Order a pick pack from the Piccalilli Inn, including their world-famous wings and homemade sides starting at $70. For details, visit the Piccalilli Inn on Facebook.
The Eagles are back in the big game, and here's your chance to have the official Super Bowl program delivered direct to your home. Perfect for your Super Bowl party and must-have for Eagles fans and collectors, it's jam-packed with analysis, history, and full-length feature stories. Order yours now at superbowlprogram.us. That's superbowlprogram.us.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. You know the big game is great, but there's nothing better than big savings at Peruzzi Nissan. That's why you got to go see Bob Seidenberger, Mark Alexander at Peruzzi Nissan. They got everything you need to drive home in your new or pre-owned vehicle for less. Go see Bob and Mark at Peruzzi Nissan. They kick off every day with new arrivals like the new 2023 Pathfinder, the Rogue, the Altima. Bob and Mark will help you score a touchdown on the Nissan you need for the price you want with special offers available right now. You're looking for a pre-owned vehicle? Peruzzi Nissan, a huge selection in stock right now. Go see Bob and Mark at Peruzzi Nissan. And of course, you'll be the receiver when you catch more cash for your trade. Plus, credit's never an issue. They do it all to get you approved. That's just how Bob and Mark have done it for 40 years and counting. Go see Bob and Mark score huge savings when you visit Peruzzi Nissan in-store or online at peruzzinissan.com.
The Birds Big Game Plan is brought to you by H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. The big game plan for the big game. Go with what got you there. The Birds have arguably the best roster top to bottom, led by Jalen Hurts. Top-end offensive line, offensive playmakers, quality players at all three levels of the defense. The pass rush stands out maybe above all else, as the Birds piled up 70 sacks during the regular season, third most in NFL history. The Birds Big Game Plan is brought to you by H&H H Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for qualified buyers on a new HVAC system from H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit DelcoHVAC.com for an estimate today. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Official home of the Sixers, Flyers, and the best Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic.
1 o'clock, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas alongside Jamie Lynch. Final hour today. You'll hear from Ant and the crew again at 1:45 as they are driving out to Arizona en route to Radio Row. They'll be doing the show from Friday. But right now, very, very special opportunity for Jamie and I. He was originally going to speak with Anthony, but, radio business, things change as we go along.
We sent him out on the road.
And he agreed to still come on with us Nitwits, which was cool.
It's an honor because
I did let him know. I was like, by the way, Ant's not going to be on.
Yeah.
He's still coming on. So we're heading
every big game growing up, man, it felt like this guy was a part of it.
Yeah, heading to the Comcast Business Hotline. Comcast Business, every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. And that, of course, is the legend, Brent Musburger. Brent, what's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning for you. Good afternoon for us.
Exactly. Out here in Las Vegas, where the money is starting to pour into the casinos. Your Eagles remain favored. In fact, one of the casinos where VSiN, where I broadcast a countdown to kickoff, they have moved the number from 1.5 Eagles to 2 points Eagles. So I expect we may touch 3 in some of those books. There's so much money being bet back in New Jersey and New York, and much of that money, more than 70%, is being funneled toward the Eagles. So stay tuned. If it gets to 3, there will be, by some of the sharps, a buyback on the Kansas City Chiefs, but we'll just have to wait and see as the week unfolds. But it's one of the most exciting weeks of the season if you're a sports fan.
Brent, I just wanted to ask you, since you brought it up, because I was going to ask you about the public percentage of money on the Eagles. I personally, when it gets to above 75% of the money, is when I think about kind of fading the public a little bit and going the opposite way. Do you buy into that theory? Is that something you consider when looking at a game of this magnitude?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Be the contrarian. I hate to say this on this radio station, but if it does touch 3, think of a little bit of a buyback. Because, let's face it, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they're at the very top of the game. Now, full disclosure, I have picked the Eagles to win this game and give the 1.5. And the reason why is that the Chiefs have been trying to get by with their deep receivers by committee. Once you lost Tyreek Hill, they need somebody else to step up. Now, everybody knows that Kelce's future first ballot Hall of Famer underneath that 8, 9, even up to 15-yard pass from Mahomes is going to be there, and he's going to complete it even against the Eagles, who present the toughest defense that the Chiefs have faced in the playoffs. But it's that deep threat that you need to take the roof off, and that's one of the things that the Eagles did this year. And congrats to Howie Roseman, who I think is the general manager of the year. When he was able to pry Brown away from the Titans along with Devontae Smith, he gave Jalen Hurts 2 great targets downfield. And they've got a good running game. We know that. They can run that run-pass option with Jalen Hurts. That's what he finishes with. But it's those guys who can take the top off and keep the safeties from creeping up or double-teaming guys who work on the sidelines. So it's going to be a very, very interesting Super Bowl, in my opinion.
See, I'm glad that you said that, Brent, because look, we do sports talk radio, so a lot of our sports talk content is reacting to other content, and it seems like the Eagles have been almost disrespected since the season ended, really. Like, there has been a lot of money coming in on the Giants, and forget the betting aspect. Just in general, a lot of people thought that the Giants could shock the world and take care of business against the Eagles. The 49ers, if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, were going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. But you just mentioned the amount of talent that this Eagles team has. You've covered a lot of Super Bowls in your day, and I'm not trying to ask you where does this team rank in terms of other Super Bowl teams that you have seen, but is it shocking to you when you hear kind of the disrespect shown toward the Eagles when they went 14-3 and they haven't missed a beat all season long?
Well, I'm not so sure that disrespect is the correct word, because you have to prove it. And let's face it, the Chiefs have been at the very top of the game for the last 4 or 5 years. They've been in 2 Super Bowls, won one, got torn apart because their offensive line wasn't very good against the Buccaneers in their last appearance. Now, Eagle fans should be aware. This Chiefs offensive line is much better than the one that was beaten up by the Buccaneers. And this offensive line, while perhaps not as good at left tackle as the 49ers were, they're still pretty good, okay? And they will give that Eagle front, which I consider, you asked the question, I consider the Eagle defensive front, including the linebackers, to be the deepest and most talented in the NFL this year. Anytime in October that you could go out and sign an Ndamukong Suh and a Linval Joseph as your backups, and you can trade with the Chicago Bears like the Eagles did, you have added depth to a veteran lineup up front, and that's what you have to have in today's NFL. It is by far the stoutest front that the Chiefs have faced. Now, also, honestly, I thought that the Giants would play better than they did. I guess recent bias and the way they played against the Vikings, I did not give the 49ers a chance, okay? Simply because rookie quarterbacks, forget it was Brock Purdy, rookie quarterbacks don't start in the Super Bowl. We've had about 4 before Brock Purdy who went to championship games, and all of them were beaten, including Ben Roethlisberger, who had won 13 consecutive games as a rookie with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I think all those things play into it. But this Eagle defense will have more problems presented by Patrick Mahomes than anybody they've faced. And each week helps Mahomes with that high ankle sprain get just a little bit better. Now, I don't think he's going to be at 100%, but I do think he's going to be up over 90%, and we will see how that goes. He's a creative game maker. The Eagles fans have not seen Mahomes as much as I have because of the time I spent with the Raiders, and I would tell you he's one of the great playmakers, and the sidearm throws that he makes and dumps off, and he can still go long. Now, he normally can pick up a good first down on a 3rd and 8 or something. I'm not quite so sure that he'll be able to do that because of the ankle, but we shall see. Now, as far as the Eagles are concerned, I think there's still a big question mark about Jalen Hurts. Not that he hasn't had a great year. Most improved quarterback I've watched. I covered him at Alabama before he transferred to Oklahoma. He has worked extremely hard. I'm very, very fond of him. I know his family a little bit from their days at Alabama. Lost his job, transferred out, never complained about anything. I love him as a young man. But when you go into the Super Bowl for the first time, there are unknowns because there's incredible pressure. And the Super Bowl is really 2 games because halftime is so long. And teams that are in it, haven't been in it for a while, they sometimes have difficulty dealing with that long halftime. Now, the other thing is Coach Andy Reid, who you know well from his days with the Eagles, you give Andy Reid a bye week, and he's been lethal. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. So that's why I expect this Super Bowl to be so competitive.
Yeah, Brent, it's great talking with you and getting your opinion on this game. I asked Andrew this question earlier today. It's kind of a career-defining game in a way for Patrick Mahomes. I think there's a big difference between being 2-1 in Super Bowls and 1-2. If you had to face Patrick Mahomes and forget the teams around him, I'm just talking quarterback. If you had to face Tom Brady, the vampire, in the height of really any point in his 20-year career, or Patrick Mahomes, who would you rather see on the biggest of stages?
Well, during his time, when he was at the top of his game, I take Brady. But the NFL has changed. It's changed dramatically. The defensive players are stronger, but they're faster. And now you need somebody like Mahomes who can move. The reason why Brady's leaving, he's still got an NFL arm. I mean, he can still throw the ball downfield, but he cannot get out of the way of the rush coming up the A-gap. He's a sitting target. Mahomes is not. So in today's NFL game, I take Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts because they move better in the pocket. But back in the day, a decade ago, when he was at the top of his game and he reads defenses as well as he always did, I have to go with Tom Brady. So at different eras, different players, I never compare different eras. They're great during their time, and Mahomes is great right now. Trust me on that.
Now, Brent, you mentioned covering Jalen Hurts and, of course, your time covering Alabama. I know you just said they're still unknown with Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl, and I totally get where you're coming from. But let me just ask you, are you surprised that he's made this leap? There was a lot of talk about the Eagles potentially moving up to draft a quarterback. Zach Wilson was a name that was mentioned. There was a lot of smoke about Russell Wilson. He just ultimately wanted to go to Denver. So it even seemed like the organization themselves were not so sure on Jalen Hurts, and we've seen the leap that he's made. Are you surprised seeing, now you know Jalen a little bit more than we do, are you surprised to see what Jalen Hurts has done in his career?
Yes, I am, to a certain extent. He's always been a good runner, and the run option, the read option, however you want to describe it, has always been there for Jalen Hurts. However, whoever worked with him in this offseason on being a more accurate passer, your former head coach, Dick Vermeil, great friend of mine, we talk a lot, and he always said that the number one thing that a quarterback in the NFL must be is accurate. And Jalen Hurts has improved that. I think he's the most improved quarterback in the NFL. I'm not willing to say that he's the best just yet, but we'll see how it unfolds on Sunday. The Super Bowl pressure and how it unfolds is entirely different, and this is something that Jalen hasn't faced. But congratulations to him. He's the hardest worker I was ever around at Alabama, I have to tell you that.
Brent, part of the big game on Sunday is having fun with some of the long shot, same game parlays, player props.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah,
Brent.
betting the national anthem. I bet tails every year because it never fails. It's fun to have a good time with the bets on Sunday. Where does Brent Musburger go for his fun bets on Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah, tails never fails, and I've lost 2 years in a row. All right. So I think I'm going to go back to tails never fails.
There you go.
And assuming that they can. Now, I'm going to give you and your audience, if they can find it, okay, it's a prop, and it's not at every store. But let me tell you this. Will the winner of the coin flip win the game?
Ooh.
Take the no. The winner of the coin flip has lost 8 straight Super Bowls. Take it to the bank.
That's awesome. That is great knowledge out of you, Brent. We appreciate that.
All right, my man.
By the way, I love the VSiN updates. We play them right around noon every day here on the station. So hearing your voice and there's sometimes I get tipped off on what you guys are bringing to the table. I go, all right, let me change that bet that I was going to make today. So I love that. Now before we let you go, look, it's an absolute honor to have you on the air. So we'd love to just talk to you a little bit more. Look, you've covered a lot of football, college, NFL in your days. Is there a Super Bowl, like a most memorable Super Bowl that has come to your mind? And not just the game itself, but you just being a part of all the action. It's a busy week for the players. It's a busy week for media and Radio Row. Is there a Super Bowl that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, absolutely. Super Bowl I, which I covered as a newspaper man for the Chicago's American. And I had become acquainted with Pete Rozelle, who was a PR man for the Los Angeles Rams before he became commissioner. And we had empty seats, and he came and gave me tickets to Super Bowl I just to give to some of my friends. And I couldn't find anybody who wanted them. And I still got tickets to Super Bowl I. And then the game unfolded. Vince Lombardi hid from us during the week. He went up to Santa Barbara, and the media never got close to anybody. And, of course, there's so many legendary stories. Hank Stram was in Long Beach. We were able to see the Chiefs. But after the game, back in the press room, because Chicago's American was an afternoon newspaper, I had the evening to file my story. And we had an evening paper. I'll never forget it. A writer from New York, name not important, but he'd had too many beers after the game. He kind of dozed off. And so about 10 of us wrote the story. Each of us wrote a different paragraph and sent it back to his paper. And I don't think to this day that the owners of that newspaper back in New York knew that the man they had assigned to Super Bowl I didn't file his story. So, it's little stories like that. And I'll never forget that one. And I'll never forget Super Bowl III, which by then I was working in radio and I was covering. And Howard Cosell stood next to me in the photo box. I'll never forget him saying about my ear, Musburger, they're choking. The Colts are choking. They're not going to beat Joe Willie Namath. So those are memories that I'll never forget.
Wow, those are great.
Super Bowl I and III. All right, guys, great talking to you.
Yeah, thank you, Brent. We appreciate it, man. Have a great rest of your day, all right?
All right.
There
Fly,
he is.
Eagles, fly.
Oh, damn right.
Love it.
There he is, Brent Musburger. Apparently had to get out of here.
That's how you wrap an interview.
All right,
boys. That's all for me. See you later.
Great, man. But
he's a legend, man.
He's an absolute legend. I mean, the one thing I wanted to ask him before he got out was just how much it's changed, right?
He's seen. I mean, he just talked about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
how different the game was, and how you could have that kind of pillar quarterback just hang in a pocket,
but not just.
And he's like, now you can't,
but not just the game, like
the production, the event. It's become.
We have a 30-minute halftime show.
Yeah, I mean,
like think about how much it's changed since Super Bowl I, and we talk about it in sports all the time.
Who do you think performed at halftime of Super Bowl I?
Man, dude.
Did they even have a performer? Probably not.
Beethoven.
So I've worked three. I've worked 3 Super Bowls and got to sit in on the mic checks for all of them.
Okay.
It was Lady Gaga, Madonna, and Bruce Springsteen. So I worked those 3. I was actually
cool.
I was actually front row for Bruce during halftime because my assignment was with the Steadicam operator. So we were like in the front row shooting Bruce, and it's a long halftime, man. Like that's a real thing. When players say it takes its toll on you,
yes,
it's no joke. I mean, it's a solid 35 minutes when they're used to basically like 20. So that's something that BG, Cox, and Lane, and all these veterans of it. Ndamukong Suh even, they're going to have to reiterate to these guys at halftime, do whatever you need to do to stay loose, stay warm, stay ready, because it's a different animal. I hope Rihanna stays up there for 50 minutes.
You want to know how much it's changed? I will give you $1 billion that I don't have if you can tell me the first Super Bowl halftime show.
The Isley Brothers.
No.
I have no idea.
How about the University of Arizona's Symphonic Marching Band with Grambling State University's marching band, Al Hurt, and the Anaheim High School Steppers drill team and flag girls squad?
Oh, they probably put on a show.
Al Hurt is an American trumpeter and band leader.
Of course
you were wondering.
You don't know who Al Hurt is?
No. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to find out
like
who
when
the
big acts.
First, yeah, because there's a lot of this is up until Super Bowl IX.
I bet it took 20 plus years for it to become, because you have to think about that. Like that's a made for TV kind of element.
Well, right.
So it probably took until Super Bowl was more a little mainstream on TV. So it probably took 20 something years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at Up With the People has been on here a lot, which is just a stage performing, and that's Super Bowl 20.
Wow. What year is Super Bowl 20? I'm trying to.
That was 1986.
Yeah, it was probably into the early 90s. Was MJ one of the first big ones, or Prince? Like,
here you go. Super Bowl 22, which was January 31st, 1988. Chubby Checker.
There you go, Philly legend.
As well as the Rockettes.
From Queen Village.
So that's your first, it looks like, actual show. Because
Look at that, Philly. That's a. You
that's
talk
good.
about
That's a good sign.
Kush. That's an omen, Bo.
Good sign.
Chubby Checkers from Queen Village. Ergo, Birds by a Million.
Because the year before that was George Burns, who was a comedian. So it wasn't even like music.
Wow.
So that Chubby Checker seems to have been like the first legit one. 1991, New Kids on the Block.
Oh.
So we're starting to make some strides here.
But is that them? The Right Stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. My sister was real big into them.
That's cool. By the way,
no, it wasn't. I used to mock her endlessly as like a 12-year-old.
You were into it. Today's show
Richard Big Brother
being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. Really thankful to be able to speak to Brent Musburger. That's one of those.
He's the best.
One of those moments where I go, man, it's really cool doing this.
Yeah.
Like
Brent's the best.
It's really cool, and he doesn't miss a beat.
No, he doesn't. He's sharp.
He's very sharp. And
that was good knowledge by him with
he is a sharp. Yeah.
The coin
8
toss.
straight.
8
so we
straight.
want the Eagles to lose the coin flip.
Now, if you lose, what do you want the Chiefs to do? Kick or receive?
Kick. I want the Eagles to control the clock first 8 minutes of the
I'm always kick in the second kick in the second half. No.
I want the ball in the second half.
Receive
normally,
in the second half.
but
Yes.
I want to control the clock early on, make Patrick Mahomes wait.
All right.
610-632-0975. Another segment for us, and we'll speak to Ant again at 1:45. We will let him know about that bet. I don't think we can put that one in the parlay. Well, it'll be a side bet. All right? Sounds good. He's Jamie Lynch. I'm Andrew Salchunas, and we're taking you until 2 o'clock right here on The Fanatic. I'll check to see if that bet is on my trusty FanDuel app. Football fans, FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge has the perfect way for everyone to get in on all the Super Bowl 57 action with a no-sweat same-game parlay. I love that they're doing this. They do this with all the big moments, and it's great that they're doing it for the Super Bowl. That means everyone gets bonus bets back if your Super Bowl SGP doesn't hit, whether you're new to FanDuel or you already have an account. Same-game parlays let you combine all your favorite bets for a chance at a bigger payday, so build your own or just choose a popular SGP that's already built for you on America's #1 sportsbook. I love Jalen Hurts to probably score a touchdown, right? You know, if they're in the red zone, your chances of him scoring, they jump in a big way, especially if they're on the goal line. They do the quarterback sneak. I like Miles Sanders and over in rushing yards. If they're going to control the clock, he's going to have a lot of chances to carry the football. Maybe A.J. Brown over in receiving yards. We've heard Anthony mention Dallas Goedert's over in receiving yards. You can go with a lot of legs in this one. If you're new to FanDuel, you just got to sign up with promo code Fanatic and get bonus bets back if your no sweat same game parlay doesn't hit. That's promo code Fanatic, and make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NFL. You got to be 21 plus and present in PA. 3+ legs, minimum $1 bet required. Refund issued and eligible bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
6 days until the Super Bowl. I'm Ray Dunn, and this update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you. With a dog or cat looking for a forever home, adopt instead. Visit PetsPlusNatural.com. You heard Brent Musburger say it, fly, Eagles, fly. It's Eagles, it's the Chiefs in Super Bowl 57 coming up in less than a week. The Eagles are already in Arizona in preparation for the big day as Super Bowl opening night. The fancy way to say media day is tonight, as you'll hear from Eagles and Chiefs players and coaches out there in Arizona. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers fell apart late against the New York Knicks, losing 108-97 at the Garden last night. Joel Embiid finished with 31 points and 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers will try and get revenge for the city of Philadelphia against New York as they play the Islanders tonight at 7 p.m. You can hear that game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. This update is also brought to you by Delaware Valley BMW Centers. Now through February 20th, during the BMW President's Day sales event, lease a 2023 BMW 530i X-Drive sedan for $659 per month. Visit BMWCenters.com today. Keep it locked right here for all the latest news and information. I'm Ray Dunn for 97.5 The Fanatic.
And Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today's show is being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. The Birds are heading to the big game, and the John Kincaid Show will be live from Glendale, Arizona, starting this Wednesday, bringing you everything Birds as the journey toward another Lombardi Trophy continues. All of our big game coverage from Arizona is presented by Rally House. Get to Rally House to get all your Eagles gear for the big game. Rally House. It's your city, it's your house.
Also brought to you by Window Nation. For all your window needs, visit windownation.com. Proud to be endorsed by Jalen Hurts.
Have you heard about the new ED treatment that's sending shockwaves through the medical community? Focused Shockwave Therapy from Forge Medical Group uses pulses of energy that travel faster than the speed of sound to penetrate deep inside your body and activate the growth of new blood vessels and tissue on a cellular level. It's safe, simple, and painless, with no drugs, no surgery, no injections, and no side effects. Forge Medical Group, Philadelphia's leading provider of ED treatments since 2018, will create a custom treatment program that combines focused shockwave therapy with acoustic wave therapy for proven, long-lasting results for as little as $300 a session. Guys, thanks to focused shockwave therapy from Forge Medical Group, you don't have to suffer from erectile dysfunction any longer. And neither does your partner. Appointments fill up fast, so call Forge Medical Group now at 610-632-8181 or visit ForgeMedicalGroup.com. That's ForgeMedicalGroup.com.
Hey, it's quarterback Jalen Hurts and Window Nation's Harley. Hey, Harley, you know what really hurts?
What's that, Jalen?
Aside from getting sacked by a 300-pound lineman, it's paying too much for new windows. That's why you should call my team, Window Nation.
Get 2 free windows for every 2 windows you buy, plus no payments until 2025. That could save you thousands of dollars.
You know what else hurts? High energy bills.
That's why Window Nation windows are energy efficient, installed precisely and tightly to keep the cold weather out and keep warm and comfortable inside. With our expert consultants, you'll make the perfect call for your home.
And do you know what really, really hurts? Running out of time when you could have scored.
Well, buy 2 windows, get 2 free with no payments until 2025 is for a limited time only.
So call my friends at Window Nation today at 866-90-NATION or visit online at windownation.com. Just ask for the Jalen Hurts special at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Tens of thousands affected by the toxic water at Camp Lejeune are left with death, cancer, Parkinson's, dementia, birth defects, and other serious illnesses. And along with the harm, so many worries.
My family drank the Camp Lejeune water. What if our health gets worse and we need more financial help?
How do I protect my VA benefits and get the compensation I deserve and need?
The answer is simple. Call James Harris Law, the experienced, trusted law firm that can get you significant compensation while protecting all your VA benefits. We're already fighting for hundreds of Marines, families, and civilians who drank Camp Lejeune water. But if you miss the deadline, you could forever lose your right to the justice you deserve. So call our Camp Lejeune legal helpline now. Now may be your last chance to receive full compensation. Don't delay. Call 800-881-2255. 800-881-2255. 800-881-2255.
It is finally here, the big game. What a great year it's been for the Birds, too. Why don't you join me and get in on the action on the BetParx Sportsbook and Casino app? It's got you covered for the big game, and I know I'm very excited about it. John Kincaid telling you the only betting app that I use is the BetParx app. It's awesome. It's got the bets, the slots, the odds, the games right there in the palm of your hand. And it's safe and secure. And if you're a new user and you jump in right now, you can get up to $750 in sportsbook bonus back if your first bet isn't a winner. You're going to love it. You're going to love so many different ways to be able to bet on the big game. So start playing instantly with the BetParx Sportsbook and Casino app. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania or Jersey. See BetParx.com for terms and conditions. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nachos! Yeah, your nachos!
Hey, I'll take some.
Great. And some Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, nah, I'm good.
Oh, you're just gonna eat these dry, plain, boring nachos with no Franks? Seriously? Frank it up. Frank it up. Come on, lady. Frank it up. Frank it up. Frank it up. Yeah! Yeah, this guy finally gets it. Hey, look, we're on the Jumbotron.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Meet Joe A, Hi. Joe B, hello, and Joe C. What's up? 3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect, support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
That ding can mean any number of things. Find out at your local Meineke and save $10 when you spend $50, $20 when you spend $150, and $50 when you spend $400. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust, and more, trust Meineke. Doing car care right.
Hey, yo, Philly! Time to take down Big Red in the big game in Arizona. Love you, Andy, but there's only enough room for one top dog. If you want top dollar on your accident case, go with the winning team at Top Dog Law. That's topdoglaw.com.
What's up, guys? It's Andrew. Listen, it's time. The big game this Sunday, which means we're running around frantically here at the station. We're planning stuff, right? We're still not even all fully set. But I do know what we are going to be doing this Sunday. If you're looking for a place to watch the big game this Sunday, join me and Tyrone at Chickies and Pete's on the Boulevard for 97.5 The Fanatic's official big game watch party presented by Corona Beer. We're 2 for 2. All right, me, Tyrone, and Corona Beer all together, 2 for 2. They took down the G-Men. They took down San Fran. Now we're looking to take down KC. The parties have been incredible. You, the fans, have been incredible. Duh, we already know that. And it's going to be more of the same. We're going to be giving away great prizes throughout the game. Ice cold Corona bottles will be on special. I enjoyed a bucket with the people last week. And it's just going to be a blast. Come join us. For details, visit the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com. And if you plan to watch the game at home, stock up for game day and get your favorite Corona beer delivered. I don't even know if you knew this, Jamie. All you have to do is go to ordercorona.com. Think about that. Ordercorona.com. Wow. And relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21. Cerveza!
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. The Birds are in the big game, and 97.5 The Fanatic will take you inside the sights and sounds of Arizona all week. Listen this week for exclusive reports from Inside the Birds host Adam Kaplan and Jeff Mosher. Presented by PhillyRefunds.com. Business owners, claim your payroll tax refunds up to $26,000 per employee. Go to PhillyRefunds.com and 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's all about that cake, baby. Cake.
As much Rihanna, apparently. Apparently, according to John Kincaid, she just recently clarified the pronunciation thing. Or she changed it.
You know, I never understand
You can't do that.
I know somebody that I grew up with who his last name changed.
I tried to change my name to Jim in 6th grade, and everybody was like, okay, Jamie.
Yeah, no, you're Jamie now.
Yeah, I gave up then.
By the way, Football Mondays on the Fanatic presented by Pierce Phelps, whatever it takes. Go to nopaybryant.com. Before we came out to that incredible song by Rihanna, as she wants to be called now. No, neither can I. There was a spot that played for the Inside the Birds podcast. It's great. Jeff Mosher and Adam Kaplan.
Mosh?
So this week's going to be crazy, as you know. We're going to be hearing from Anthony every hour. He's coming up at 1:45. Starting tomorrow, we're going to hear from one of the members of Inside the Birds.
I saw they just had John DiFilippo on. I've been meaning.
That's awesome.
Apparently some stories from 2017, so I got to check that one out.
And we'll talk to them about that tomorrow at 12. So the rest of the week starting tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, either Adam or Jeff will be joining us at noon from Arizona.
Nice.
Johnny the K's flying out tomorrow.
Yes.
So starting tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be hearing from Johnny the K at 1:30. So we're going to go from John to Anthony, the final segment of the day. So it's going to be a lot of moving parts. We'll still have other guests as well. Spoke to another former player from the 2017 team that's probably going to join us. We'll still be talking to our, weekly guest. Jeff McClain joins us every Tuesday. Kevin Nagandi joins us every Wednesday.
This is like Radio Swords, man.
It's crazy. There's a lot going on. But I promise, whenever we do have a chance to talk to you, we want to, and that's why we're going to jump right into it. Coming up at 1:45, Anthony from the road. But for the next 10 minutes, it's you guys at 610-632-0975, and let's talk to Aaron in West Philly. Aaron, what's going on, man?
Yo, Jamie and Andrew, my young boys. What's up?
What's up, Aaron? Aaron, you have not missed a beat, man. You have been fired up since the start of the playoffs, so I'm glad to talk to you today, man, because I know you're fired up for this week.
I'm fired up, brothers. I'm fired up, man. I'm such a sports enthusiastic. I've been watching the NFL Network, looking at all these past Super Bowl winners, man. And I can't wait till we be up there next year.
I feel it too. I had a New Yorker, Aaron, telling me, "Oh yeah, it's cute. You got one Super Bowl in the last 22 years." Because I said, we made 7 conference championships in 22 years. That's a mark of consistency and excellence. And he goes, "Oh yeah, it must be fun having one Super Bowl." And I was like, you know what? On Monday, circle back with me because we're gonna have 2.
I know that's right. And then they don't want to. We're still not going to get no love for that. It's going to be Mahomes was hurt. I can already see what they're going to be saying. He was hurt.
Yep.
And,
yep. Oh my God. Yeah.
Do things to kill the Philadelphia vibe, but we're going to. Man, I just feel it.
Aaron. When the Eagles win the Super Bowl on Sunday, you know that they're going to be considered the worst Super Bowl champion ever. That's going to happen.
No. I'm telling you, I watched all of it. We won't be the worst, and I think we'll be one of the best because our defense is good. I seen some bums win when I was watching them, and I didn't think that should have won. When I'm telling you, I watched all of those.
No, I know. It's just I'm just saying the narrative, right? The way people disrespect the Eagles, and
I don't care no more. I told you that before, Andrew. I don't care what.
Damn right. See, I do. It pisses me off. Good for you. You're a bigger man than I am, Aaron. I appreciate the call, man.
It doesn't bother me when the media people do it because I've accepted and expect that.
No, but it does.
But when the opponent that you just beat,
the other day I saw Coward and Wright together.
Yeah.
Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd doing something together.
That's a lot of creep in one stream.
And you should have heard them about the 49ers. Oh, if Mac Jones was the quarterback, they started going over the quarterbacks that would have beat the Eagles had they stayed healthy.
Yeah, but
they got to Mac Jones. Like, come on, man.
I expect that from them.
Why?
Because that's what they do. When I hear guys that just got beat and don't recognize like the excellence. Look, we live and breathe this Eagles team, so we see it week in and week out.
Yes, we do.
I see this offensive line just manhandling the league. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year. Where were you? Fred Warner, one of the game's best middle linebackers. Where were you on Sunday?
Did you see the Baldy breakdown of the Miles Sanders first touchdown?
Yeah, it was a thing of beauty.
Where they were on the 10-yard line, and Miles Sanders ran 10 yards.
Before he was touched.
Lockstep with the offensive line, pushing the defensive line. Like, he didn't even have to hit that jet. Like, he just kind of walked behind him.
You know,
keep pushing him.
And that's kind of why, like, when a media member says, you know, some crap, some salacious crap that they think is going to get attention, and we all eat it up online, it's like, okay, I expect that because you're not watching Landon Dickerson and Jason Kelsey just maul people week in and week out for 70 plays a game. We are. So, like, keep talking that. But when I hear Brandon Ayuk go, oh, we're the better team and we were going to expose this, and we were like, dude, you play this game. You have more football knowledge than I do. You should understand what makes this Eagles team great, and it's how great they are in both trenches. And guess what? That travels to every opponent they're going to face. Giants, Niners, Chiefs, it doesn't matter.
That's why they know when it's 4th and 1, they're putting all 11 guys in the box.
Good luck stopping it.
Right. It's incredible. Glenn in Wallingford. Glenn, you're on the Fanatic.
Yo, what's up, boys? I'm glad you guys are getting all hyped now, huh? You're getting all
this is Super Bowl week,
ready
man.
to go, man.
I'm fired out of a cannon.
It's Monday.
I know. I gotta pace myself a little bit.
No, we're fine.
But I woke up today and I went, it's Super Bowl week. Like the car engine turned and I got fired up.
Exactly. Hey, you know, I talked to Jamie over the weekend and Tunis. I said, you know, I'm highly motivated. I'm highly anticipating and highly confident of the Eagles this week, right? And so, you know, with that being said, you know, I really think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be, you know, we're going to look back and just think about how dominant this team was. I'm not saying they're going to win this game easily, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like another like 34-17 type of score. I don't know. And
really, you're not the first caller that said like that many points.
I don't know, man.
I've come to well, look, the Chiefs defense kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And they have the 31st worst red zone defense in the NFL.
That's why Jalen Hurts is scoring a touchdown.
And the Eagles have the 3rd best red zone offense in the NFL.
Yeah.
So there's clear advantages for the Eagles in a lot of areas of this game.
Yeah, and you know, and obviously the two of them are the offensive and defensive lines, right?
Absolutely.
And that's all. Everyone always goes back, and you know, I can see it. Like, you know, Sunday night after the game's over, everyone's going to target. We just forgot how good their offensive and defensive lines were. We don't because we
live it, right?
Year. Exactly, and even the year when they struggled to get to the playoffs. With when Foles got back to the playoffs again, right? Mm-hmm. After Carson got hurt and everything like that. When who dropped the pass?
Alshon against the Saints.
Alshon with his hands, yes. You know, even that game, that was like a patched up offensive line, and they were able to kind of get that far, right? So
yeah, and look at where this O-line is now. And Glenn, we appreciate the call. I mean, this offensive line is ridiculous. We had Joe Thomas on last week.
Oh, I like Joe Thomas.
Yeah, he does the NFL Network now.
He works with my girl Colleen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and of course he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
one
definitely.
Day, you know,
absolutely.
I think we looked it up. I think he'll be eligible next year, so he's going to be in pretty quickly. He was marveling at that offensive line.
I mean, how do you not?
And you know what's crazy? So Anthony asked him if he knows Jeff Stoutland. He doesn't know, like, he never spoke to Jeff Stoutland. Like, he knows of him.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I just think, like, all right, Joe Thomas is a Hall of Fame tackle, and he didn't have Jeff Stoutland, right? Who is Jordan Mailata if he got drafted anywhere else?
I know.
Who is Isaac Sayamalu if he got drafted anywhere else?
Ken Landon Dickerson. And look, he played center and guard in college, some at Florida State, some at Alabama. So maybe he could have, but maybe he's not an all-pro guard in his second year if Jeff Stoutland's not here. And look, the offseason's off to a miraculous start.
Bringing him back.
Because you brought Stoutland University back. I saw the Eagles put out on Instagram yesterday, Stoutland University class of 2023, and it was all the offensive linemen. And it just makes you feel good knowing that guy is here, cultivating the next crop to come in. And hopefully Cam Jurgens steps into the league.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Not for another 2 years.
Hopefully at least for another year. But hopefully he steps right in and looks like an all-pro.
Did you see Jason Kelsey, what he said the other day?
He said the result of the game isn't going to impact his decision. Yeah.
But he also
I believe him.
But he also said he's not thinking about it.
I think he's having fun. I think that all that matters to him, and I do think starting this podcast with his brother is going to help him stay.
Yeah, it might. Yeah,
because I think he's just like, oh, this is so cool.
Travis is still playing?
We're a top 5 podcast in the world right now. I'm playing. I'm still at the top of my game.
Still at the top of his game.
Yeah, I'm part of a great culture and locker room here. Like, I'm physically okay.
And he's the freaking mayor of Philadelphia, man.
Yeah, like I think, how cool is that they're bringing their OBGYN with them?
That is really cool. Yeah.
That's what happens when you marry into a Bird's family.
Right, yeah.
Because she's a local girl.
Oh, we'll go.
Oh, yeah. No, we're coming. We'll just bring the doctor with us. We're not missing this. What are you, nuts?
Let's go to Jason in Robbinsville. Jason, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Great, man. How are you?
Good, man. Amped up. I just wanted to touch base because, first of all, I love both of your work. And,
thank you. Thanks, Jason. Smart man.
It's very good to hear Jamie.
Thank you, buddy. Good to be back in some capacity.
Yes, sir. well deserved. And I had to touch base because seeing Jamie on or hearing Jamie and last Super Bowl or 2018. I think I helped you, Jamie. I work for Comcast, and I helped you get a box.
Yes, you split my cable from my living room into my dining room so I could have a Super Bowl party. You helped me get the box.
Yeah.
Thank you. Saved me, man.
That was like the week before Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Here we are. a week before Super Bowl. Jamie pops on. I'm like, I got to call in. So anyway,
Love it.
Amped.
Yeah, you got me the wireless Comcast box back in the day when they were fresh out in the streets, and that thing was huge for me.
Yeah. So just, and then, we could get into the game and all, but all I'm going to say is, man, we're better, man.
Yep, I think so, too.
You can break down the X and O's, but I really believe this time, we're better. The lines, man. Our O-line and D-line.
Yeah, sometimes, Jason, to your point, sports is simple.
It's very
simple. You're right. You know what I mean? Like there's 2 weeks of talking points and this and that. Sometimes sports are simple, and sometimes the better quarterback just wins, or sometimes you have the two better trenches and that wins. So we'll see which one has it, but I think the trenches is a big aspect of this game.
Yeah, and thanks for the call, Jason. We appreciate it. I would love to talk to him more, but I want to get to Paul real quick, who's going to the game before we get to Anthony. Paul in Florida. You're going to the Super Bowl?
Yes, sir, I am.
That's awesome. When did you make this decision?
All right, so I'm a dental practice owner in Florida, and it's a pretty affluent area, and one of my clients is actually affiliated with one of the NFL teams. So I had done a lot of work for this guy.
Nice.
And the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, so I give him a call. I'm like, look, we've done a lot of dental work, and I know you might have some ins for tickets for this game.
Smart man.
So we get to talking, and we kind of decide all the work that I've done for him. He'll rip up the check, and then I'm getting 2 tickets to the game in this in these incredible seats. So it's really, I'm so excited.
Dude. So become a dentist is what you're telling the kids listening.
That's awesome. That's good work by you.
If you want to go to the Super Bowl, become a dentist. Yeah. And bartering, I won't tell. Hopefully the IRS isn't listening, but barter deals are a great deal.
Well, Paul, enjoy it, man. Look, when are you flying out?
So I got to work a little bit. So I'm flying out Saturday morning. I'm pissed because I kind of wanted to go to the waste management.
Yeah.
Maybe go to that for a day, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm flying out Saturday, then coming home Sunday on the red eye.
Well, do me a favor. Check in Sunday with one of the shows. I know Anthony's going to be on. Jamie's going to be on. I'm going to be on. Check in from Glendale Sunday, okay?
I will. Enjoy, boys.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Enjoy, man. That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Free tickets to the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I had a kind of an inroad to somebody that worked on a league team, and I thought about it, but I was just like, they're probably getting 1,000.
Oh, I'm sure you would not have been the first text.
Yeah, so I was just like, I'm not going to do it.
Absolutely not. All right, by the way,
Plus, my wife would have killed me.
So we got a lot going on today, and today's show is being presented by Pets Plus Natural, celebrating 35 years as Philly's favorite family-owned pet store. Now, this will be the last time we check in with him today because the show's almost over. But every day until Friday, we will be checking in with Anthony and Casey and Jackie and Kyle as they're driving out to Glendale, Arizona for the Super Bowl. So this is really cool that we get to talk to them every hour. And this call is brought to us by PhillyGoat.com, wear your Philly pride. And, Jamie?
The wonderful people over at Bet Parks. It's a sportsbook and casino right in the palm of your hand. Safe, secure, and reliable in the home of the real Philly sports fan.
Now, guys, we have a bet that Brent Musburger.
Who's this guy over here, Jackie? Damn it, what's going on over there? What's happening?
Is everything okay?
That's a mile marker.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
What's up?
Jordan! Help! Jordan! Why, is that because I'm behind the wheel now? All right.
Well, where are we right now?
I don't know. Dude, we're in Town, PA. There's a lot of trees here.
See, I know you're in the middle of nowhere because you guys are cutting in and out. So that means wherever you're at, there's very little service.
Service is getting better here. That little blue button there, that little out. Okay, that's the wave blow. Yeah, little wave.
Yeah, they're in the middle of nowhere. We'll hope to it'll clear up in the next couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Hi, hello.
That little blue button, the little blue with a white guy on it. Oh my gosh!
Send this to the Marconi Award Foundation.
Yeah, this is a good segment.
You got it, never mind. Where we are?
Are we listening to a married couple bicker over directions right now?
Green button where it says Apple CarPlay. Hit that. All right. Now, see where there's the only yes. Hit that. Okay. Now I'll tell you, we're at Donegal Township, Westmoreland. There you go. You cheated. We're about to go into West Virginia.
Yeah, you're real close to Morgantown.
Yeah. We are. Mountaineers.
All right, so you're in Westmoreland County.
So that was named after Donegal, Ireland. As of the 2000 consensus, 13.7% of the population were reported to be Scottish-Irish.
Oh, that's good.
So, look at that.
The highest number in the U.S. So you're in Little Scotland.
That's awesome. Let's see. I got some notable people from Westmoreland County here. I'm trying to see if any of these names are actually notable. Oh, Arnold Palmer from Westmoreland County. That's pretty big. Terrell Pryor, NFL. He played in the NFL.
I like Terrell Pryor.
There you go. So you got some. All right, so we're making strides.
Yeah, and he's scoring Penn State to go to Ohio State. Penn State, I think, thought they had a chance at him at the time, and then he flipped him the bird and went to Ohio State.
No, Jackie Bam Bam's got some goons.
Oh, what do we got?
Can I shout out a couple of mummers that are all listening? My shout out to Yo. So we say Yo got the people.
Because we got a Yo. Yo. I want to shout out the Cleveland New Year's Brigade. I want to shout out the Mum Nation, all the mummers that are listening. Yo.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we got the jerseys. Hey, seriously, we're dropping off good luck charms for our Eagles, and I'm wearing a Carson Lynch New Year's Brigade dress.
Nice.
It's from a little blind boy named Danny. He's part of the Riverfront New Year's Brigade, and I went over his parents' house, and they got my name on the back. It's the Eagles Wench jersey that the mummers wore last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And he's wearing a dress, Wench. A wench, you get it?
That's good. It's good work.
So it's a beautiful thing, and Danny wanted me to wear it, and I'm wearing it when we arrive in Arizona. So that's his good luck charm, representing all our mummers. So yeah, they're all listening, man.
All right, well, that's beautiful. Now,
what do you say, Danny?
We have 30 seconds until the hard out because we got the TV show to get out on. But I do have a bet from Brent Musburger that you guys need to make, all right?
Yeah, what we got?
The last 8 Super Bowls, the team that won the coin toss lost the game. 8 straight.
Wow.
So we want the Eagles to lose the coin toss on Sunday. And then whoever wins the coin toss, bet against them. 8 straight losses.
Yeah, that's what Brent was talking about.
Yes.
I get any other? You give me something good, Brent, or no?
He said he expects it to get up to Eagles -3 by the end of it, Ant.
And he's taking the Eagles -1.5. He already took the Birds. So Brent's all eagled up.
And he ended it with a fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, he said fly, Eagles, fly at the end. He also ended the interview himself. It was cool. All right, so we got to get out. We're already 30 seconds late, so I'm going to get yelled at. But you guys have a safe trip, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, all right? All right.
Oh, see you, boys.
All right, we're
Safe
out of here.
travels.
Jamie,
Later.
great job. Ray, thank you. Best show ever. Coming your way next.
Fanatic Sports Update.
I'm Ray Dunn. This update is brought to you by Pets Plus Natural. With 6 area locations, there's a Pets Plus Natural near you with a dog or cat looking for a forever home. Adopt instead. Visit petsplusnatural.com. We are less than a week away from the Eagles playing for their 2nd Lombardi Trophy in the franchise's history. Today is Super Bowl opening night, the fancy way to say Media Day. We'll hear from Eagles and Chiefs players and coaches tonight in Arizona. Back on the East Coast, the Sixers struggled in the 4th quarter and fell to the New York Knicks 108-97 at the Garden last night. Joel Embiid finished with 31 points and 14 rebounds in the loss. The Flyers will try and get revenge for the city of Philadelphia against New York as they host the Islanders tonight at 7 p.m. You can hear that game on 97.5